What I really wanted to ask
Always
you.
trust a woman that's stiff. She doesn't lie.
How did you?
I'm not stiff, asshole.
It's a compliment I'm giving you.
He's a dick.
Very stiff.
He's an asshole. My
He's an
God.
asshole. The
It's
difference.
called poised.
The,
You wouldn't
good
know.
posture. I don't know, like,
I'm a f***ing animal. I'm a f***ing animal.
I feel like I do so much better before the shit starts.
JD, put your phone
hate
in your
my
purse
fucking
right now.
voice.
Put your
My
phone in your
purse.
purse right
Do I
now.
look like I got a purse to you? Do I get those little over things?
Did you get a new iPhone, Wonder?
I did. That's what you're gonna be seeing in a second. Hey, welcome to Complete Animals, episode 23, the Jordan year. That's what JD likes to say every time some girl that's 23 comes through here.
You at your prime, baby girl. It's your whole phase. Go ahead.
That's
I'm
what
not
he's saying.
23 yet, unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
Let me guess, you're 22, huh?
No.
What,
I don't need to know
hold
that.
on.
I don't need to know the rest.
No. I'm 21.
Okay,
All right,
good.
21.
You have a couple years left. Well, we're entering our whole phase, as JD would say. This is episode 23 of Complete Animals. You can find us youtube.com/DJ Wonder. That's where you find all of them. Have a whole playlist there. You can watch them in one weekend, like we're Squid Game or something like that. And it's just as interesting.
I still haven't fallen for the hype. I haven't watched that show, by the way.
Yeah, I got into it just this last weekend. I was like, man, you know what? Let me finally get into it. I don't like to watch things as soon as they come out. First, let me introduce you real quick. Anna, right?
Yeah.
It's Anna.
Now say your full name. So how do you actually say your name?
Full name is Anaiis.
Anaiis.
It's French.
Oh, like in a French way. Anaiis.
Yeah.
That's my language.
All right, cool.
Oh, you speak French?
Oui, je parle français.
Oh, okay.
Can you speak French as well?
I used to know. I speak Afrikaans.
Afrikaans.
Yeah.
African? Afrikaan.
All right, man. We're gonna have to get into all of this.
Let me hear that. Let me hear
Yeah.
that South African accent real quick. I just love that British.
Me?
Yeah. Let me just
No,
hear that accent.
no.
It's
No.
I wish I had either Australian, British, or South African accent.
My dad sound like you can't understand him. He sounds so.
Nah, I'm a great
so
listener.
South African.
Does he sound like the dude from
Oh, there's another voice over there. Hey,
who's the actor? The actor that was in the goddamn movie.
Which
movie?
Crocodile Dundee?
No, the dude that was in the movie
Australian.
with the Black Panther, the guy that was trying to find him, the white guy with the arm.
Oh.
All right,
oh.
introduce yourself, Dex.
I'm Dex Hobbs, aka Drip Ninja Dex, or Drip Ninja Dex, aka Dex Hobbs.
All right, you want to introduce our other guest who's part of this Drip Ninja conglomerate?
Oh yeah, he can introduce himself.
Yo, he looks like
Thanks.
a tech
Appreciate
billionaire on the low. Like you look like it was undercover bosses, yo. Like you work for some tech company and shit.
Go ahead, Mark. Introduce yourself,
Oh,
please.
Mark with a K, right?
My
You
name's
about
Mark,
to be rich.
aka Drip Ninja Mark. So
Oh,
I
man.
am part of the
Look at this team.
Yeah.
Ebony and
part of
Ivory
the management
right here.
at Drip Ninja.
Salt and
So,
pepper.
yeah.
Salt and
Rin and
pepper.
Rin and Tin.
All right.
The whole crew.
White man can't
You got
jump,
any more?
Nah,
You're
that's
Wesley
about-
Snipes
Here
and
we
then
go.
he's Woody Harrelson.
I'll take that
All right.
any day.
All right, so Mark, Drip Ninja Mark. We're just gonna call you Mark. I can we say your last name?
Oljac.
Yeah, I asked him if his name it's
OJ?
spelled like Oljaca, and I said, is it Oljaca? Because every white person down here in Miami is
Nah,
Spanish,
man,
bro.
it's a Serbian last name.
Every white person is Spanish down here. Like I can't. I never know.
Yeah, I had this effect when I came to America. on the one.
Oaxaca.
I saw white people like you that spoke Spanish, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
I see movies. I want to hear English."
Nobody's ever asked you that before.
Oh,
that's gonna be
absolutely. I
Johnson.
get it all the time.
The white people that
because of
speak Spanish are called Cubans, or at least they believe they're
Yeah,
white.
yeah. Cuban rednecks.
No, I get it all the time down here in South Florida. Everybody wants to, speak Spanish and tell me I'm from South America, but
You think
it's a
you're
Serbian
Argentinian,
name.
right?
It's a Serbian name. If you pronounce it in Serbian, it's Oljaca. All
Okay.
right? But in
Oye, cha,
America,
oye, cha, ven acá.
they call me Oljac. So.
That's right. Your ancestors came over to this great land and said, "F all that, baby, old Jizzy Jack." That's what we're doing. I like it. All right, man.
All right.
Let's jump right into everything today, and talk to our guests in a second. But we got to run through what happened last weekend real quick. And remember, last episode, guys, youtube.com/DJ Wonder, we had Maria Galindo and Victor Yanez. It was a very Spanish episode there, Mark. You missed out, man. So now you guys want to check that one out. It was, and we had a wild after party. Do you guys remember the party afterwards? Dex, do you remember? I don't.
No.
Okay.
Probably not.
JD, do you remember what happened?
Yeah, briefly. I saw
we went to
I
that.
saw some infidelities in there. It was interesting, and I went home and I had my ice cream and enjoyed my Seinfeld. I didn't drink that night, so it was pretty splendid.
Okay.
It was an interesting night for me because I actually walked into a room full of
past histories.
Yo, it was a couple encounters that I had that were at the same place at the same time.
You're like, wow, you're like Drake, man. You're like a Drake lyric. That's great. All your exes are in the same room.
No. Exes don't do that.
Okay, ex encounters. That's fine.
No, it was just anyway.
All right, man. Yeah, Dex basically took us to a party, and it was full of girls that he knew. It was fun, man. It was a fun time.
Yeah, it was different, not the usual kind of vibes, but I liked it for a little bit. It was nice, people watching.
Dex, you got JD's slight approval, man. You should feel good. Pat yourself on the back. And JD almost liked it. He stayed actually for over an hour, so I got to say it must have been pretty good, right?
There's nowhere else to go on a Tuesday.
All right, well,
not for long.
Not yet. We'll see. We'll talk about that. All right, Wednesday, Wood Tavern. Come check me out. Friday started a spot called Racket, man. And we had Maria last episode. She worked there. And it was a fun night, man. A lot of people were there. And Saturday, played Blackbird. I didn't fall asleep this week, so that's a win for me, man. Didn't fall asleep while DJing. And
you fell asleep on the way to 11 last time, remember?
I definitely had fallen asleep. I'm
and
narcoleptic.
then you fell asleep at 11.
Yeah, because I'm the only person here that wakes up at 7 a.m. every day.
I fall asleep.
Oh,
That's
I'm
fine.
right there with you.
You are? Okay.
I wake up 5:30
Good job.
every morning.
Nice.
5:30?
You look
5:30.
so energetic, though.
Where do you
Me?
You look like you don't need sleep.
you're like one of those well rested looking
Yeah,
people.
right. She's
Yeah.
like those,
Yeah, but she's
those
21,
healthy baby
okay?
giraffes, you know.
Nah,
So I
yeah.
felt when I was 21.
Great Dane puppy.
No, she looks like that now, but it hasn't kicked in yet. You
You
have
could tell when people have a rested,
you have
good
great
skin.
You have great
know?
elasticity to your skin and a nice glow. But listen,
Thank you.
trust me, the sleep is muy importante. I didn't want to sleep at all. Like I used to get up at 5:30 every day, and then this virus or something happened, and we were able to work from home. So it gave me like another hour and a half on my sleep. So now it's 7 a.m. and I'm still feeling it because these guys, they just get up whenever they want, man. Like,
Actually,
Damn, that's
no,
life.
I get up. I usually get up at 7:00, 7:30 daily. I'm usually up pretty early.
he's usually up from the night before. He can't actually go to sleep. He tries to go to sleep, but he can't go to sleep.
No, I actually go to sleep.
I naturally wake up at 5.
I actually go to sleep and wake up at 7:30. 7:30 Monday.
7:30.
Monday through Friday.
All right, cool. JD, you get up naturally at 5 p.m. I never heard that in my life.
5:30, but I'm still gonna go back to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
I
buddy.
wake up at 9, and it's more realistic to me.
Well,
it depends.
Anna, he's living out of all of us. I'm the most life of leisure. I would have to say that guy to your
I
right.
chose that. You guys,
Well,
The life of
wanna-
leisure.
You're lucky.
You guys want to entertain people? It comes with a price.
Okay. Yeah, we wanna make money. It comes with a price.
Hey,
You gotta
I could
work
probably
hard.
make
You gotta
almost same
hustle.
of y'all. I
Gotta
just made a
hustle.
choice.
You gotta hustle.
All right. Well, then before we get into what happened on Sunday, we started something that has to do with our podcast, and it's crazy that we actually manifested this into the real world. But I heard you guys went to a concert on Saturday. It's called 3 Points. We talked about it last episode. You actually went to it. Dex, you want to talk about that?
No,
I went to 3 points for 30 minutes.
Okay.
It was
I
ridiculous.
don't believe that. You just did a walkthrough?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Okay, I went to 3 Points for 30 minutes because I had 11 vodka. I'm one of the ambassadors for 11 vodka, and they had a
Ooh, sexy. You're like a bottle girl. 11 vodka.
Yeah, that don't sound right.
So anyway,
Ambassador.
I have an
Nowadays, it's a
ambassador
girl
for 11
job.
vodka, and then they had a table there, and I had plans to go, and me and my friend were going, and then what ended up happening was the guy says, "Yeah, we're gonna check into the table at 10 o'clock."
Yeah, some bullshit always popping.
And I'm like, 10 p.m. I'm like, but I had to DJ at the Sylvester because I forgot that I was playing at the Sylvester, and I'm glad my other plans fell through because I was supposed to go to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, but they had no more fast passes, so I didn't go. But if they did, I would have left, and I wouldn't have never known, and the Sylvester would have called, and I would have been not there. But I had posted on Instagram that I was going to 3 Points, and Sylvester DM'd me, said, "Aren't you playing Saturday night?" I was like,
I like
what they do
that.
to the
And
bottle
I
girls?
checked, and I
Yo,
was like,
they keep tabs on you. That's good.
they hit me up, and I
They
was
do
like,
to the bottle
"Oh!"
girls.
And then I was like, "Damn!" And then we went at 9. No, we went at like 7 or whatever, and I ended up going to get drinks in the area. I went at 9 o'clock. It took a half hour to get in. then I left. I literally walked in. I don't even know who the fuck was performing. I walked to the table. I said goodbye, and I left. And I said I was going to come back. I played my set. I came back, showed my wristband, and I had a spot at the table. And they said, fire marshal here. No one's coming in for the rest of the night.
What time was that?
At like 2:00.
Oh yeah. They had
So
the fire
I didn't really get to enjoy 3 points this year. It's all right. I'm not too upset about it. I had a great set to Sylvester. I love those guys. So whatever.
I heard JD had quite a time getting in, but he made it in.
Nah,
right?
it wasn't even a hard time. It was ploop ploop. It was settled real quick.
Oh really? you want to say what happened?
So I was getting ready to buy tickets regardless, right? So my boy hits me up. He goes, yo, there's a pre-party. We're going to a pre-party for 3 points. I'm like, but I don't have tickets. He's like, I got you. He sends me this guy. It looks mad suspicious, but yo, this guy normally spends money. I trust him, right? So I communicate with the guy. He's like, oh, this is your friend? All right, cool. I trust you. Send me your email, blah, blah, blah. At first he tries to sell me a GA for like $85. Okay, I'm thinking 185. Okay, no problem. I'm like, you know what? Let me get VIP instead. He goes, $150 a pop. In my head, I'm like, that's too good to be true. But you know what? Fuck it. I already trust the other people. Cool. Me and my homegirl would go. Then when he mentioned, what's that shit? The secure way of paying. Zelle. We Zelle it to him and shit. We end up going there. And then, boop, boop. It's just not working. I go straight to the customer. He's like, oh, it's okay, man.
They sold him fake tickets.
Yeah.
He goes,
don't go over that real quick. What happened to your tickets? What was the problem with the tickets,
well,
man?
it looked legit, except I think 3 points do a letter in front of the numbers. These guys just had the numbers.
Yeah, somebody photoshopped tickets and scammed you. Yeah.
No, it gets better. And then they asked me to put under my name, and he asks me to send him an extra $50 to transfer the name to make it sound legit.
Okay.
Boy.
Because think about it. If you was working 3 points, right?
$350.
If you was working 3 points, okay, and then a mentally challenged person came up and they got scammed at $350.
You would let them in,
You would let them in too, right?
No, I went straight to customer service. I explained to him. He's like, yo, it's all good, man. He even gave me his number, yo. That guy even gave me his number. The
I
guy
bet
working
he
at the door.
did, man.
He's mad chill.
Ooh,
dude.
would you showed him a little leg or something?
Nah, he actually wanted my Neptune's hat.
Okay.
Nah.
You showed him a little later.
He's like, yo, let me get your number if I get another hat. Anyway, so it was interesting.
Well, let me ask you one thing. Did you have to show us your papers to get in?
Nah, they didn't care. It was mad brief. Went straight to the VIP section.
Because I heard that was going to be an issue this year.
Nah, it wasn't. They didn't give a flying fuck, actually.
I had a vaccination card on me.
I was trying to get wonders. Because they were like, oh, just send him and show him any pictures. Doesn't matter
Yeah,
what name is on it.
I was not sending him a picture. It's like, dude, if you can show any name, you might as well just download one off the internet. Like, doesn't matter. Like, I'm
Well,
not sending you-
I actually got vaccinated. You know, people made fun of me for it.
Kyrie.
But then when I woke up and everyone was scrambling, I went back to sleep because I was like, I got a card in my wallet. You know,
that.
it was great.
But I got to see Wu-Tang Clan. It was a dope view we got.
Hey, Anna, look at his shirt. He's so excited to like.
Yeah, man, I got that shirt, bro.
You got it from the festival?
Nah, the 305 Kicks had a
It's actually
collaboration
a cool
with him.
shirt.
It's a very cool shirt.
So yeah, they did a collaboration, a pop-up. So I got it, and then went to the festival, man. I had a blast. It was just me and my homegirl. It was interesting, and then we went to the La Rouge pop-up. Your boy was out there. It was pretty dope. Which you could have taken care of that for me. Anyways, it was dope.
Didn't care what.
Get me in. I'm messing.
I
with
don't
you.
talk-
Look,
La Rouge?
listen. I was willing
don't
to
get me
pay.
started. Don't get me started with La
I was getting ready to pay for the ticket regardless. I wanted to see Wu-Tang. I did. I had a blast. I got to see 3-6 Mafia. That was a dope performance they had. Kate Trinata ripped it. And then Black Coffee. Then I went home. I'm surprised. I didn't go to 11, man.
About to stick
I
it to
went
La
home.
Rouge.
What's up, Dex?
I got home. I took a shower. I had ice cream. I had some company who came to visit me after.
You and
That
this
was it.
ice cream every night, man.
I
Yeah,
thought you
man.
had a homegirl.
Yeah, what happened with her?
What happened was she had her own rendezvous. So, you know, I think our time, we already got it out of her system, you know, so it's okay. So
What do you call that? A mark of what would you call somebody that takes a young lady to an event and then she leaves you to go to be with
No,
someone
she
else?
had to be up early
I
for
think-
work,
Oh, hold on, let him
I
answer.
think it's called getting ditched.
Uh-oh.
which I didn't care.
I feel like that's something that everybody's been through at least once.
Oh yeah.
I didn't expect to go home with her, really. I just needed her as my company. She was a great wingman. She just started like blacking out. She couldn't keep up with me. Every minute I was buying her drinks, she's like, "Oh, don't hate me, but I'm about to like crash now." Like, we're walking around. The drink's not supposed to hit you.
All right. Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, you lucked out. You dodged a bullet with that
Yo,
one.
I like people that could keep up after 7-8 drinks with me, man.
Looks like you went to a festival with a person that was not prepared.
Yeah.
Like, yo, come on. I bought you food. I got liquor. Come on, keep up.
Yeah. So Anna, he like basically wears women as like purses or accessories. He just needed somebody to hang around his neck.
Mean.
No, she's into women actually. So
Oh,
she's really more
okay.
into women. So
So she's
yeah.
your wingman.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's a
You're
wingman.
exactly right.
Gotcha.
But she was.
Yeah.
So she went home. I'm kind of happy. I went home early because I was looking forward to the next day. I'm that kind of drunk, I'll drink, but I like my Sundays. I'm not trying to waste it. So I wish I went to 11 though.
All right. Well, speaking of Sundays, then we had our very first Complete Animals brunch party at the Sylvester. Dex, you want to give a quick rundown of that?
It was great. We just did a back-to-back set for like 5 hours. They had a Complete Animals drink that they made for us.
Yeah, here it is, right here.
Where's Tim?
Here's Tim making it. There's Dex playing
That don't
music.
look right. That don't look
He's
right.
playing music in the background. Tim's getting into it, man. This guy.
Oh, that's Tim. That's the guy I gave a hard time for the tab last time, huh?
Yeah, the one that you walked out on the tab. Yeah, that's the guy.
Nah, I think Tim.
You walked out.
Look at that Complete Animals color right there.
Look at
Of
that.
course it's pink.
It's a pink drink. Okay, so there's one, and then let's see who else was there. We had some nice young ladies there. They needed something to wake up with. A little coffee martini or something. I don't know.
Espresso martini.
Hey, there you go. Thanks. And then we had some other girls come through. That was nice. Dex, look at Dex in his pajama pants, DJing. Right there.
Bro, what's up with these?
And then let's do the last one. And then these are our friends. Angelique was actually on one of the first episodes of
Yeah,
Complete
she's
Animals.
pretty talented. She knows how to like make her own clothes.
Yeah. All right, man. So that was a little breakdown of what happened for our first one, and then we're gonna keep it going. Sundays at the Sylvester. You can just check out our Instagrams or the Complete Animals
This is
Instagram
actually your name
to check it out.
on IG.
Yeah. He stole that from me.
All right. You know what? This is why. Look, Mark,
He actually changed it
You
first.
and I can bond over this.
Wait. Mark, let me tell you something. This is why I don't like to have visual elements in front of JD. He's like a child. If he sees something, he jumps right to it.
Right.
He doesn't know
Last time I
about.
checked, Dex does that.
They
We're
don't.
both
They
the
don't know
same.
about foreshadowing. They don't know about letting things bake for a second. It's all good. Let's just jump right into it.
Letting things bake
Anna,
for a
we're gonna
second.
talk to you in a second, but we're gonna talk to Mark first. So move your head, JD. All right, right now. All right, there we go. Bong.
Damn, I didn't go to 11 on Saturday, man. I'm still
Yeah,
hurt.
it's a
I didn't
real
get my
shame.
Who you said
chicken
you the
wings.
same with?
It's
Who
a
you said
real
you were
shame.
similar to?
What's that?
No.
Chill. We're gonna get into it in a second. Oh, real quick, guys. Tonight I'm at Racket. Come see me. Dex, you anywhere tonight?
He's at my ex-girl's house.
Okay.
No, I'm doing. It's Halloween party, man. I'm gonna go home and get changed and dress like a vampire, and I'm hitting the town.
All right. Cool.
Speaking of which, what are you dressing up as?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that a little later because I have we talked about it last episode, but I have one person on here that has some interesting costumes. I want to get your take on that, so we'll talk about it for sure. Saturday, Blackbird, and then Sunday, Complete Animals. That's where we're at now. Let's get into interview mode. We're gonna talk to the man, Mark Oljaca, aka Drip Ninja Mark, and let's this is what JD actually saw that made him jump the gun
Bro,
over here.
what?
Drip Ninja Mark. This is a gang. It's like ASAP. You're like ASAP Ferg, and Dex is like ASAP Rocky. This is
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so this is his Instagram, Drip Ninja Mark, MARK. If you guys are listening and not watching, and you have in your bio Drip Ninja Club. I feel like this is a sponsored podcast. I don't know if I like this, guys. You're getting a lot of love on the Drip Ninja Society out here.
Yo, he's smart. You got 191
All right,
followers. 1,000.
let's run through some of these pics, man. Now, look at this. You're like the world's most what's that guy? The world's most
Interesting.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that white boy. All races like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at this. Oh, and a lot of tennis stuff.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you do some with tennis. We're going to talk about that, I'm sure. All right, cool. So Drip Ninja Mark with a K. That's how you can find this one. This is an average night for Drip Ninja Mark. You want to get down with
Oh,
this?
that tongue work
I
behind
feel
you.
like I took that photo.
Yo, that's.
I took that photo.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
you
took that photo. Is that a wall?
That was a wall.
Of course, with the leather jacket, with the Cindy Crawford looking chick in the back with a nice jaw frame.
Is that Ginger? I haven't seen her in a minute.
Oh, I don't like that name. That sounds like Ginger from Casino.
I think that's Ginger. I can't see it from here, but
Was
I
that the
think
chick
I
that
do
Sharon
not
Stone
know.
played in Casino, the one you couldn't trust?
I don't know.
Ginger.
Who those girls are, but
All right. Well, look,
That's
you
racist,
see how you're living. All right. So, kind of give us a little bit of your background there, Mark. Where are you from originally? Not South Florida, I'm guessing.
no, I did grow up in Florida, not South Florida, right? That's kind of the Miami area, but Sarasota on the Gulf Coast. So grew up there, played college tennis, played pro tennis, been teaching tennis for a while, and now involved in Drip Ninja.
All right, and how about you explain what Drip Ninja is? 'Cause for 22 episodes, we've been trying to find out what exactly it is. So give us your rundown of what
Well, you know what's funny about that is I wrote a great elevator pitch, and I ran it past Dex earlier, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know." He's like, "You got to scrap that and start all over." So sometimes even I'm a little bit. No, we have a great community. JD's part of the community. You guys are part of the community, obviously, by default. Honorary members by being here on the podcast today. But we got a great community. We do some cool events in Miami. We ran the comedy show, to give you an example, for about 9 months. Dex was MC of that. Invite our members out, have everybody have a good time. So we just try to keep it interesting for our members, get them access to cool parties, cool events happening here, keep them in the know of what's going on in Miami.
All right, and I'm going to ask you the same thing as Aztecs. How do you make money off of this, Mark? What's the end game?
Well, our members actually pay us for memberships.
Okay,
right now, we're running a special.
Okay.
All right? It's $1 to sign up.
Where do you sign up at?
DripNinjaClub.com.
Nice. All
That's
right.
right,
And you can kind of see some of the things that'll be offered to you. It's like your initiation into the secret society, right?
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
the basic membership. There's multiple tiers.
Don't you have one called like Scorpion or something like that?
Yeah,
What-
the Scorpion membership. Yeah, that's invitation.
What is that exactly? What do you have to give up?
I'm a Scorpion.
It's invitation only, and it's once you're involved in the standard level membership, and you've met a couple of the members, and people become cool with you.
You sound like that scamming guy who scammed me for the tickets.
No.
No,
It's very simple. It's once you become a simple entry level member of the UMA, right? And you've been in UMA for a while, and you've fraternized with different people within the club, and get to know them and get to know the different events and stuff like that. There's different opportunities available for the Scorpion members, and it's more of a permanent membership that grows in value, and there's some type of there's some private benefits that come along with it.
All right, so it's like different.
You get like a special massage with a happy ending.
Yeah,
Like,
different degrees of the Masonic temple. Like eventually you have to Masonic. You have to put a sword against your heart and vow that if you ever give up any secrets.
It's not like that. Well, it's funny. A lot of people don't know about me. I actually joined the Masons when I was 21. So I learned a little bit about
So did you have to do that ritual?
I mean, the answer to that is that it's in order to those who are part of the Masonic community can't really explain to those who aren't.
I know that. I'm a legacy, but I'm actually fighting the opposite. I'm like I feel like I should make my way into the organization and kind of.
I mean, all you gotta do is ask 2 active members. Ask one to be one, and they'll be like, all right, and they'll invite you down.
All right. Well, that's the low level. That's like the UMA or whatever Drip Ninja level you guys are talking about.
Yeah, the UMA.
Isn't that the production crew from like
Uma Thermal?
Well, actually, what people don't realize. Well, it's funny because our colors are all black and yellow.
What are you guys, AKAs?
No, and the funny thing about it is UMA is pretty much. It was actually named after the bride from. Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. Okay.
It was Uma Thurman. So that's
JD
why
was
it's
right.
called Uma.
He is an idiot, idiot savant.
Yeah.
He just spits things out, and sometimes they have.
Put me in trivia, yo.
Uma Thurman, she wore black and gold. Black and yellow was her
My
colors.
favorite color.
But Scorpion wears black and yellow, and he's actually
From Mortal Kombat.
Come here.
So they're two fighters. One's
Mark,
one's,
Mark, let me ask you something, man. I just looking at you, you seem like a fun guy, but you also seem a little serious. Like you're gonna let this guy just play with like comic book characters and stuff with your business right now. Like
Drip. What's up with the name Drip?
No, listen,
And
I'm huge into marketing, and I like what Dex has done with it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and I'm in favor of it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are on the same accord. It's time to step up Drip Ninja Club for 2022. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have some really, really great partnerships. I mean, we have what we're doing now with the 23 Club. We're also working on Basel with the One Hotel. And now we have an amazing project that involves the One Hotel, Drip Ninja Club, and 23 Club kind of in the works for New Year's Eve,
And then,
which is pretty awesome.
And there may be some kind of like superhero thing maybe in the future or something like that.
I mean,
So maybe your dreams will come true, Dex.
There may be some interesting stuff going on
All right.
that I can't announce right now. because of, like I said, there's certain restrictions
because he's a Mason.
no, it has nothing to do with that. It's just in planning the event.
Dex, you're the most interesting dude ever. The private conversations you've had, I'm not going to tell you everything. But like, you've been a member of every kind of secret society I can think of, whether it's like urban secret society or it's the Masons and everything else. You've lived a full life, man. How have you done all of this?
How did I do all of it?
Yeah, in like such a short amount of time. Or unless you're like a chunk from the Goonies and you're just making all these stories up. I have no idea.
No. I just I never spent too much time. I always did multiple things. I always did multiple things at once.
Yeah,
and I kind of like grew.
Now I know.
It kind of grew over a span of like 12 years.
Mark, this is something that you've noticed with your partner. Dex gets very pumped for something. He gets so excited. He's a great hype man.
Oh yeah.
And then he loses interest within 2 weeks of it. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah. Listen. We know it goes in cycles, but that's all right. I texted Dex probably about 20 times. I said, I'm coming next week, stay with you and whatever, you got me, and like radio silence, right? I gotta be patient. It's like I calling him, I'm like, yo, I'm getting in tomorrow, like
yo.
And so he finally hits me back. So I know he's got things on his plate. He works on what he's working on, but no, I've known him for a long time, so I've seen him do a lot of the different things that he's involved in, and I've seen the evolution. So
Dex can die.
It's kind of part and parcel when you got a lot of things on your plate. But I like what he's been doing lately with the company. Yeah.
Well, Dex, that kind of mentality, I think it's like almost like women that I've noticed out here is that they'll just you ask them to do something and then they won't hit you back and they won't hit you back maybe to the last minute. Is that how you feel, Mark?
Look, I had faith. I knew he was going to come through. I knew we were going to get to the podcast today, and all that. So
all right, he made it happen. You gotta
be patient. You gotta be patient sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta wait until the girls are bored and they have nobody asking them to do something that weekend. Then they'll finally give you that chance to go on the date with them.
Yeah. Like
I'm not begging.
Like blind dates.
Oh yeah.
Like people like what is it? Blind dates. What do people do? They do online dating, like the apps.
Like Bumble, Tinder,
and stuff like that.
Oh, you're on Raya, Anna?
No.
Okay.
I think. I mean,
you put yourself out there on these dating apps.
I think.
Actually, no, just Raya for a
What the hell is
bit.
Raya?
Raya.
Hold on. Who said that? Who said who? What's Raya?
That sounds like a hit woman.
You don't know
Raya.
that?
Yeah.
Well, listen. I want you to look at Dex and do you understand why he doesn't know what Raya is, Anna?
Kind of.
Oh man. It's a
If she
shame.
looked him up and down and said, kind.
Yeah, so Raya is a very exclusive, basically like Tinder, but you have to be
for top profiles only. Sorry.
Yeah, it's definitely top.
Top profiles of what?
They be like drip ninja
People.
scorpions, basically all of them.
But top
Little
profiles.
tech guy from San Francisco with a nice yacht.
Yeah.
You gotta be rich or you gotta be beautiful.
It's for fake celebrities. Okay.
It's a low key sugar daddy app.
Oh, I've heard.
Yeah.
I heard of another one like
There
that.
it is. I knew. I didn't want to
there was
judge up front.
No, there
I
is
get
a
it
sugar
now.
daddy app, but this is not it. This is what celebrities are on and stuff like that.
I think the biggest celebrity that I've known that's been on there is like Channing Tatum, and that's it.
It's a pretty big celeb. He's with Zoe Kravitz now. He did pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
And you find
That's for like people who are like
you find her on
models
there,
and shit.
No,
It's like you said, rich people and beautiful people.
Yeah,
which I'm clearly neither one.
that's why I asked him.
I'm just like I'm neither.
It's for like
It's like, nah, he's not on there.
it's for the baby giraffes like her, the baby Great Danes, like daddy
I
issues.
have a Great Dane actually.
Did you just call her a dog?
Baby
Yeah,
Great Danes.
damn.
Damn.
This
dude.
is what JD equates women to, like animals that they look like.
Baby giraffes, they're tall. It's a good thing. I like tall women.
Is that a
Tall
way
men are
to
best.
boost your self-esteem there?
What you mean? I'm boosting you. I'm giving you a compliment. You got a nice height on you.
By calling me a dog, man.
I heard that from this girl called her sister. Like her sister was
Okay,
tall.
gotcha.
She goes, "Oh, my sister is like a baby Great Dane. She's tall." So
Okay.
she meant that.
All right. Sorry about this, Anna. We'll come back
No,
to this in
no.
a second. And Mark, we're gonna come back.
Damn.
We're gonna talk about blind dates and dating later, because I heard that you may be pretty proficient with the online dating community, and I need some tips, man. So
You look like the kind.
He's-
No, based
he's
on that leather
copping out.
jacket
He's
you were
copping
wearing in
out.
that picture, you definitely be going on blind dates.
yeah,
man,
for
and wasting
sure,
your
man.
fucking time with these young girls.
Not wasting.
do.
Not wasting. It's the same thing you do. You like to have
the type of guy
fun.
that probably set,
Yeah, I like to have fun.
that like set his location on like 4 dating apps before he arrives in the city when he lands.
Of course.
You're like
Alright,
tennis
alright.
pro.
All right. So listen, that's why we're gonna get some tips later. But for right now, you just heard Dex say something about tennis, and that's what we see a lot of on your Instagram profile there. What do you actually do in the tennis world?
Yeah, well, no, I was a professional player
date Anna
after college.
Hold on, JD.
Did I date Anna Kournikova? Maybe she's on Raya. I don't know. Man.
Yeah.
She's probably watched now. Anyways,
So hold on, you were a professional tennis player. You said okay.
Yeah, I was a professional, and then I started coaching in 2014. Worked at a couple cool tennis academies in New York, John McEnroe Academy. So when I was there, I got into teaching the mental side of the game. So I taught mental toughness, sports psychology, life skills. So I've done some of that stuff. Yeah.
Can I ask you something? The John McEnroe Academy, they teach you about mental toughness.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
wouldn't
very
know that.
weird.
Yeah,
that guy's
well-
an asshole.
No, it's funny because I fielded a lot of questions from the kids about that. A lot of questions from my students because he's known for throwing his racket and having temper tantrums and swearing at people.
He looks
you
like
know.
Brad.
So I had a conversation with John about it, and his reply was, he would have been better if he didn't behave that way. So that's the message I relayed to the kids, right? Keep your cool, right? Even John would have been a better tennis player.
Yeah, I
if he
can
would've
tell you
kept his
keep your cool
right?
heavy.
What kind of techniques do you use to kind of like calm down and not yell at the ref every 2 seconds?
Well, breathing is really important, but you got to have a good perspective in general. You got to, take it in stride, right? You gotta know there's just 1 point, right? You don't win or lose on 1 point. So.
Did you have an injury or something? Like, why did you stop in the?
I did, yeah. I had a knee injury in 2018, and then I got into coaching full time.
Did that was that a tough period for you to kind of like comprehend? Like, what am I going to do next and stuff?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it's a tough period for every athlete, but I think in the end it was good for me because I learned a lot about myself, my resiliency, ability to bounce back. I did bounce back physically. I played a couple tournaments afterwards and did pretty well. So. Proved to myself that I could play again, but in the meantime, I got my real estate license, started Drip Ninja with Dex, and got into some other things. So I think it was good actually to broaden my horizons.
Right. And what's your serve speed right now? Where are you at?
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a few years removed from the tour.
It's like riding a bike. Come on, where are you?
I can still hit at 120, but
okay.
but that's
You watch
not where
Sports
I
Wonder?
was. But
I know. I grew up playing tennis, but definitely nowhere
I forgot
near.
you're an only child, so yeah, you definitely played
I had
tennis.
to have something I could hit against the wall by myself. Yeah, that tennis basically. But yeah, man, dude. So I can tell you still got it in you. Anybody ever try to like bet you still? Like, hey man, let's run a couple games and see what we can do.
You know what? No one's ever approached me and want to put money on a game,
You play
which
with
is
Grutman?
interesting because I just watched. That's funny.
That would be a
If
nice
you're out
one.
there, yeah, and you want to play, let's go, man.
Hold on. That went under the radar. You might as well say what you
I
said.
asked him, has he played with David Grutman yet? He seems like a very competitive guy. So.
I haven't played with
That'd be
him,
interesting.
but he definitely seems into tennis. So whatever, we can give it a go. I had that knee injury, Dave. So I'm not as good as I used to be.
Hey, it's all about the arm, man.
You could definitely do some nice wagers on that game, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, it's funny because I just watched Battle of the Sexes on the plane ride over here from Cali, and Bobby Riggs was a famous gambler, in tennis. So it's a little bit of a touchy subject,
Battle
in
of the
sports,
Sexes.
right?
How do you feel about that adaptation of what actually happened in the real world?
Well, I'm a lot younger. I wasn't around for the real deal event, so I that's the only interpretation I have of it. I guess it's Hollywood's interpretation, but it was a good cast. I like the movie. So,
cool.
Yeah.
And so you said you're coming from California. Where do you live at now?
Well, I'm actually living in Philly now.
Okay.
Moved out of New York City when all the craziness happened with COVID and all that. But just took a trip out to LA to see some friends and take a vacation. I haven't taken a vacation in a couple of years, obviously. So this is the second half of that trip.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope you're wilding
How you
out.
like LA?
I like it, man. I like it a lot. Yeah, I do.
We're about to go to LA for my birthday, so I'm
Nice.
trying to. Is it okay? Is it like there's still stuff going on right now?
Yeah, I mean, we went on hikes. We went out to the beach.
what I wanna
We weren't like, we're not, I'm retired from the tour. I'm retired from club life. All that stuff. So we just kept it chill, man. Went to some good restaurants. They did make me show my card at one restaurant. So I mean,
Okay. Well, you'll be all right.
I'm vaccinated.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, guess what, Dex? This guy's coming with me to LA.
Oh,
This guy's sitting over here.
you going to LA? Shit, I didn't know
You're
you
not
ever
looking
left
forward to
Miami,
it?
bro.
Yeah. So this is gonna be. It's probably gonna be the worst trip of my life. I can feel.
You're going to LA? When are you guys going to LA?
Well, we'll talk about it later. But anyway,
Nah, I'm distancing the fuck from you a lot there too.
okay. I don't care.
I'm fucking with
I was
you.
going there anyway. You just came along, buddy.
I'm fucking with
Wait,
you.
would you guys going to LA?
Yeah, we'll talk about it, Dex. Anyway, Mark. So
I found out on a podcast.
So we pretty much
Sit your ass
have
here, handle business.
we talked about the stuff you're working on before, stuff you're working on now. Anything else that you have in the works? Are you selling any kind of like? First off, are you commercial or like residential in your real estate?
Residential. I mean, I can do everything. I mean, commercial's fine, but I'm just really getting started in that. So I'm not doing it.
You pick up a lot of women like that, a lot of single moms.
Excuse me.
Pick up a lot of
I'm a
women.
professional. All right.
Dude, you're in all the right professions
Hey,
to
they
smash.
see blue eyes and shit. They're like,
Oh man, no, it's a cliche I've heard before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool. All
funny to
right, so Mark, hang out. We're going to be talking about some topics in a minute, and I want to get your input on that. And up next, let's talk to Anna. Can we look at your Instagram page real quick?
God. Sure.
All right, and I don't know. Is it
That's a
Anna?
whole lot of A's,
Anna
yo.
Mia?
Toxic.
Anna Mia?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's Anna Mia.
okay. So if you guys are listening, ANAAA_MIAAA. So
That's a lot
3
of
A's
A's.
and 3 A's. All right,
I
cool.
couldn't do any less though.
Shows immaturity. I'm kidding.
No.
No,
I don't
it's
know you. I'm not
not.
gonna judge you like
Savage.
JD, you called her a baby giraffe. Now you're saying she's immature.
that. It's a
Is that a
man,
compliment?
I don't know what that's between me and Anna, man.
Okay. It works for some girls. It might not work for all girls, but I guess we'll figure that out.
Listen,
It
I
says,
like the first pick automatically.
Well,
Keep
hold on.
scrolling, damn it.
I want to do bio first because that's what's important. It says fashion model, sunshine, baby. That's like the Caucasian version.
That
of,
was
of what?
actually added when
Why?
I was in Ibiza, so
Oh, sunshine baby.
we all know why.
Oh, you went to FAU. Oh,
Hold on, what-
I'm
no.
in FAU right
Oh,
now.
you go to FAU.
No, wait a
I
minute.
thought you played volleyball, track and
do, you,
field.
do you guys
I'm
know what a
track.
sunshine baby in Ibiza means? Do anybody know what that means?
Do you guys?
Is it some kind of like drug reference or something? Or
I mean, I could take a
Kinda.
couple
It
guesses,
is?
but
no, seriously, what is it? Is it?
Like,
what are you
seriously-
chasing the sun or something?
No. When you're on shrooms,
Oh,
you're more drawn to like nature and stuff, right?
Oh,
And you
okay.
think the sun's like.
Aren't you
all-
a student athlete?
I can
talking
relate.
about shrooms?
Oh, okay.
I've taken
I didn't
a
talk
lot
about
of
that.
I don't know. I've
I actually have a
taken,
drug test tomorrow.
Don't worry
I've
about
taken
it.
a lot of
you're fine.
shrooms.
You
No,
got
I'm
it.
fine.
You're good.
I never heard this before.
Well, you're not a sunshine baby, and you're not on Raya, so nobody cares.
Yeah.
All right. You're an athlete.
I'm on Black Planet, son.
Yeah, you got a nice profile on MySpace and Black Planet. FAU track and field. What is that? What is
I'm
FAU
kidding,
for
I'm
people
kidding, I'm
listening that
kidding.
might not know what that is?
Florida Atlantic
And where?
University.
What city is that in?
West Palm
Boca
Beach, Boca.
Raton.
Boca Raton. And
And that
then
school has the hottest female athletes. Damn.
find all my women
I
on
follow
MySpace.
this. I follow this.
I don't know what
This
school you
page on
think you're talking
Instagram
about.
called Tall Bay. You probably feature on it. You never know, but they
I
only
think I
feature.
do actually.
Tall Bay.
Tall
They
Bay.
only feature 5'8" and up.
What is
6'4".
that?
It's a profile dedicated to tall women.
Yeah.
So like they shout them out.
What's the
and stuff.
profile? Oh, like on Instagram?
Instagram.
Yeah, it's called Tall Bay. TAL.BAE. And it's a giraffe. It's a giraffe as like the profile. Okay. As the
Tall
default.
Bay.
I've definitely been posted on one of those. There's like so many different Instagram profiles.
I wonder
like
how these
that.
girls feel. They just steal your picture and they feature you and shit.
all right, let's look
I
back.
got posted once on you ever see America's
What,
Most
the dirty?
Wanted? Huh?
On the dirty you got posted.
What's that?
All right.
Yo,
know
what
the
is
dirty?
all of these? No, man.
Who's Dex?
Dex,
What is
for,
he
for somebody that's in the tech world, you're not very technologically proficient on these sites and stuff, man. You got to get down with it.
Tall
All right,
Bay.
This says work hard,
I know
play hard.
Salt Bay.
You're a big fan of Wiz Khalifa, I'm guessing, or something with that quote there. Do you know about that song?
No, actually.
That's just your mantra. Okay,
That's just
great.
my-
But you look like you play volleyball.
And then we have
No.
we have two flags here.
Everybody says that.
We have a South African flag, and what is this? A Dutch flag?
Yes.
Here? Okay. And so, where'd you grow up?
That is a very complicated story.
Okay.
So long story short, I was born in Dublin, Ireland,
okay.
and then I grew up half the time in SA, South Africa, primarily like Jeffreys Bay area and Cape Town, and then the other half of the time I was in Dublin, in school, kind of, but also like traveling most of Western Europe and then the Middle East.
And when did you come to America?
I was about like 10, 11 years old, but I wasn't here for that long because then I moved to the Middle East.
So my bad, go ahead.
And then I moved back to the U.S.
So
where did you live in the Middle East?
Bahrain. It's right next to Saudi.
Oh, okay.
You thought you was gonna say Dubai.
Yo, but
No, I didn't.
This is
I
the
did
crazy
not
thing.
actually think
Good.
of anything. That's why I said it.
all right,
Where
Dex.
are you-
Can we
All
talk?
right, quick question.
Why do y'all always do
'cause we
some
love-
kind of
'cause we
like
love each other, man.
side
He just
thing?
Back and forth.
He just
love-
made one of his stupid ass assumptions.
we love each other.
He's
man.
gonna say Dubai.
We're cookies
That's
and
the only
cream,
Middle Eastern
yo.
country I know.
And then you talk all over each other. You sound crazy, yo.
God.
And thank you. You hear it, right? All right.
Yeah, this is disorganized chaos.
Thank you.
Jesus.
It boggles my mind as somebody who actually does radio in my life. They don't understand. They just want to talk to each other.
Man.
And if one person gets on like a point
Are
on
you
somebody
done?
else,
I got some questions for her. Are you
nah,
done?
when one person gets a point on somebody else, the other one has to just keep going and be like, "No, you didn't do that. You didn't get it." That's just what happens.
So you've been on the road a lot as a kid. So how'd you get time to focus on track and field? You got a scholarship there, right?
Well, actually, my mom is like kind of an Olympian.
Okay.
So it's just something that's always, I don't want to say forced because that sounds bad, but low-key forced.
So wherever you went, you practiced that.
Kind of,
Okay.
yeah. I've always been running. My first triathlon was when I was like 10 years old.
I've always been running too.
Really?
Yeah,
Running, running,
Jumping fences and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yo, how many lives have you lived? You were a nerd. You
I'm
turned to a
kidding.
thug. Who are you?
Yeah. Okay.
Homo thug. I'm kidding.
All right, your turn, Dex. Go ahead.
Oh,
You wanna
thank
respond?
I mean, of course I want to respond.
ahead.
First of all, everybody thinks that JD's in the closet. Okay, I just want to put that out there. Let's just lay it on the line, okay?
Do you want to ask our guests about that?
Oh, ask our guess what? Do you think JD's in the closet? Yep, that's it. Yes, he didn't say. Yeah, he didn't say
How do
no.
you feel?
He didn't say no.
Oh,
I
wait,
think only
well, that was a
women-
question for me. I thought it was a question for
Only
her.
women can peep that, not
All right,
men.
all right.
bro.
Let's ask
Yeah,
Anna. Go ahead. What do you think in your first impression?
I mean, the pants are a little bit sus, but otherwise you seem fine.
I mean, my joggers.
All right.
Yours too, by the way. It looks like you have a parachute.
I just like baggy
On.
clothes.
Look
though.
at
they
these.
don't.
Yo,
Is,
No, but it's like weird in the front and then
isn't
weird
is
in the
this the
back.
second episode in a row that,
he's
that
at
I'll tell you what, I'll wear gray
Crazy
sweats
pants.
next time. Is that
had,
better?
Yeah.
I'll wear gray sweats next time just for you.
Okay, I think those
Okay,
are
Heidi
what do
great.
they call that?
What's the lady
Some
that's
Curb Your
with?
Enthusiasm?
What's the lady that's with? That British singer. What's his name again? Sting.
Seal?
Seal. What's his wife? Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum,
Yeah. Okay, Heidi Klum. Oh, no. What's
Oh,
the
that's a
other?
compliment.
What's the
Thank
other
you.
hot
That's a
Dutch
compliment.
model? What's her name again? She used to go out
She's
with
not
your
Dutch, by the
with your
way.
lookalike.
all right. Yo,
What's
JD,
his
you
name?
can't ask questions and then use that answer to give her a
What
compliment.
does this look like?
Let's keep it pushing.
Please.
You look like you remind me of her.
Because
a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
start firing his ass up, and I don't want to do that. Because
Okay.
I'm nice.
Hey,
man.
listen, we're cookies and cream, man. Come down, bro.
Shit, I ain't nothing with bro. Fuck
No,
that.
you got a new cream in the building this week.
Oh, my
There
God.
he is.
Okay, that don't sound right, man. Cream. All right, keep
But
going.
those pants and that cream, baby, it's all good. All right, check this out.
Let's
What I wanted to, Anna, here's the thing.
I don't even know what you said.
Meaning I'll manipulate you. I'll act stupid.
You might not know his.
I'll act dumb.
His
I'll do stuff
personality.
on purpose.
He's using like a negging technique, which guys
Yeah.
use. They point out things about
I like
girls
doing
and
that.
they try to.
Teasing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
so that
just
way you don't know
teasing.
what I'm up to. I'm not stupid.
I don't know what you're up to. I don't.
All right.
I don't
The
think you know
sky is what
you're
I'm up
to
It's
to.
a Jedi mind trick, I guess.
Okay, can I ask you a question? How did you not get any kind of like particular accent living all those different places? Because you have a very like neutral accent.
Yeah, actually, there are certain words that you'll hear, and they are pretty prominent. But I was made fun of a lot in middle school. I was actually bullied a lot in middle school and high school, and it was a lot. Hey,
I'll tell you later. Keep going.
you're so rude.
I'm not rude. I'm listening. It's a good thing. I
You're
was
not
gonna say.
listening.
It's a good thing. Keep going.
Anyways, so I dropped the accent
Okay,
for
well,
the most part.
that's a hard thing to do, man. So yeah, so I
Don't
would.
worry, I have an accent too, so it comes out.
Yeah, we can tell, JD. All right, listen. Let's go back to
It's
your
called a speech impediment.
Instagram real
Hey,
quick.
how many languages do you speak?
All right.
I speak one
Gibberish.
well. No, I speak one well. I mean, I speak some French.
Who
but
takes pictures for you,
You know?
Anna?
Self timer.
Oh, really? Some
for
of
the
these,
most
some of these.
part.
Like, how about this one right here? Is this something you took yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this
When he
this
doesn't
must have been
feed
like
you?
a shoot somewhere.
Yeah, that was an editorial.
Nice. It looks like vintage guess, like editorial. I mean, like an ad.
I like it.
Or something
Why,
like that.
thank you.
Well, I can't show you that one. I don't want to get demonetized here. Is any other racy stuff on here? You gotta let me know before I come up on
Stop scrolling.
it. Okay.
I actually like
Okay.
that one with the black top with the boots.
These
I
right
like
here.
this.
Yeah, it's very Mod Squad.
Yeah,
I like
Tame
that.
Impala
Very nice, very
concert
nice.
going. See, you should have took her to the Tame Impala concert. Then she would have not stolen your shirt.
That is not guaranteed with any female. Period. If you give them a shirt,
Yeah, if you give them a shirt, a hoodie, sweatpants, they're gone.
Wherever
You'll
you
never
are,
see them
you have
again.
my vintage Shakira shirt. Now you're in a relationship. Give it back.
Okay. So now you're back in school down in Florida, and what do you want to do? Like, is there like any kind of future for a track star outside of college?
Actually, I'm about to quit track. I'm gonna move up to New York, and
Rhea is coming through.
no, actually,
Raya?
myself, me, myself, and I don't have Raya anymore.
He said you got a sugar daddy. That's what he's implying there.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but
okay.
I don't.
You should at your age.
I'm my own
Keep going,
sugar daddy.
honestly.
Thank you. No, I'm quitting track and I'm moving to New York, and then I'm studying psychology right now.
Ah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I know. I want to be a sex therapist.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
Yeah.
I knew it. That's what I was gonna say.
No,
You gave me professor vibes or therapist vibes because like you're calm, cool, and collected. I could still see that. But yeah,
I never would have guessed that.
I got that vibe. Like she gave me professor, like a top notch professor.
But that's a very specific subject. How did you get interested in that?
yeah.
Well, I had a personal experience.
Like bad or
Bad,
Okay.
yeah, bad.
All right.
Unfortunately.
So stop laughing over there, Dexter.
I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not laughing at anything
I want to
she's
hear.
saying.
I want to hear what she's saying.
I'm laughing at fucking Boo Boo the Fool over there.
All right, and this is gonna be tough to talk about with this guy sitting next to you, but yeah. So you had a bad experience.
Yeah, I had
Okay.
a bad experience. And then, do you guys know who Dr. Ruth is?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah?
course.
Yeah. She inspired me a lot. I read some of her stuff and I loved it. And then I like researched it a little bit more. I told some professors, and it's definitely something that I think I want to get into.
Yo, so I when I met Dr. Ruth the last time, she E40, the rapper, you know who that is? E40.
No.
So, okay, he's from the Bay Area. He was doing a song. He was doing a song called Choices, and yo, she was a guest as well with him, and he's like, yo, will you indubitably will you be in my video? And so the song Choices, she's in there going nope, yep, and like in her accent and everything. It's pretty hilarious. You guys should check it out.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's has a lot of crazy topics, but
she have
Yeah.
what's the stigma that comes with being a sex therapist though? Because like a lot of people would think, oh yeah, you're like, are you helping couples like
I think
achieve
people
climax
literally,
or something like? What are you doing?
people literally think I'm helping people have sex.
Yeah.
And
No, it's not
that's
that at
just,
all.
it's not that
It's
at
deeper.
all. It is deeper. Oh wow, you actually said something right for once.
Mm.
Damn.
Yo, I love your attitude. I don't know, I gotta
Damn.
say.
What's your sign?
My son. Oh, you're into astrology?
How you can never could have guessed,
Aw.
right? You never would have
You
guessed.
might actually be in the closet.
Oh,
Hold on a second.
My God, yo, she is lighting this guy up.
I like that. Only women are allowed to light me up.
Yeah.
Not you.
Not me. I don't need permission to light your dumb ass up. What you mean? I'm gonna say what the fuck I want. What you gonna do about it, dumbass?
Oh my God.
Fuck.
Dex said something. Dex said something rude, and then he smiled at the camera, like, "Oops."
It's like an apologetic smile.
Yeah. All right. So
It's like Kanye
yeah.
shit,
So
huh? Fucking Gemini.
now, how long is this going to take now to kind of like reroute your whole trajectory of what you want to do? Like, have you looked into that?
It'll probably take a week. Well, I mean, I'm moving to New York.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Like,
have nice natural nails. Don't paint
changing
them.
like becoming a therapist. Like, how long? What kind of degree does that entail
okay.
and everything else?
So
I can tell you,
I'm
like, fuck
doing
this.
a psych degree right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my second year, but I'm
Don't do
technically
that
a
again.
junior. So hopefully I'll finish in the next year and a half,
Okay.
which is a little bit of a stretch, but
Do you have to get a PhD or something after that?
yeah. So you go into your master's and then you go into your doctorate. But I am not going to med school, so
Sex therapists go to med school. There are some that have that go to med school.
you can if you want to get into like the psychiatry field, you go to med school because it has to do with prescribing medicine to your patients. As strictly like a psychologist going to like a psychotherapy grad program, med school is not required, and I can like prescribe medium.
So is the difference like if you go like the full route that you can like have someone laying on the couch, but if you don't, you're like talking to someone on BetterHelp?
No, you're still talking to someone laying on the couch.
No, I'm saying the better. You know what I'm talking about? The apps. You know they have the apps now that you can just like. If you want to see a psychiatrist, it's like
quick question.
You just download the app and they talk to you.
Have you seen a therapist before?
No, I've never seen.
I'm surprised.
That's why I got. But you know what?
You look like you would do that. Like.
I actually instead I took up stand-up comedy. So instead of just talking to one person, I get paid to make fun of like 50 at once.
I don't know. As you get older, I learned that you can't tell everybody your shit. You gotta find one person. I see why people go to therapy now. You just need one person to know your really personal problems. That's how I look at it.
Oh, I think therapy is great.
It's great.
I believe it. I actually once told one of my really close friends, I was like, "Yo, I want to go see a therapist." He said, "Why are you depressed?" I said, "Absolutely not. I actually feel fucking fantastic every day." But I have this thing where I kind of want to see what it's like to just experience it, and like I really don't feel like I have a need to go. But I would still go just to see shit. Plus my insurance, I don't know. It's not actually covered, is it?
It does. Insurance covers it now. Well, it's mental health.
The thing about it is I don't have a need for it, and I feel great. But I think it would be cool to talk to somebody just to see what they say.
Yeah, you never.
Because I talk to people anyway. You know what I mean? Because most people's therapist is the bartender.
You go see a priest. Apparently, if you're a murderer,
I don't trust.
Mine is the Lord. That's my therapist.
That's who you talk to?
Yeah, Jesus.
So you talk to your.
I saw.
Every day.
Never mind.
I saw a fact.
Yeah, say something
apparently,
smart.
if you murdered someone, you tell a priest that they can report it. Yeah, bullshit.
Okay.
It was a random fact on the end of that.
They can't report it unless you cause harm to yourself.
Only to the Catholic Church, apparently, if you go. Yeah.
JD's been watching some Columbo mysteries or something, right? He definitely saw that on the show, CSI Miami.
Nah, some weird facts I follow on IG.
Okay. Anna, so that's the goal right now. And how do your parents feel about this path?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your parents are young, huh? Open-minded?
Like, normal. I don't know. They think whatever I want to... They support me in whatever I want to do. Like, I make my own way at the end of the day. I mean, I've been independent since I was, like, 16, 17. So... Traveling
all these places, like, was it any of these, like, you by yourself and not with your family? Like, going any of these...
There were a couple, yeah. For a while, it was just, like, I was alone a lot in Dublin, and then over the summer and stuff, I guess I would be with like my grandparents or cousins in SA, and they would be working, so I didn't get to see them like a whole... That sounds like a sob story, but it's not. I didn't get to see them a whole lot like during my childhood, but we're close. You're
an independent woman. That's now. Cool. I have two quick questions for you. In Dublin, did you start drinking early in life?
No.
It wasn't appealing to you at all?
Well, I mean, no, I was too young.
Okay. And then in South Africa, did you ever feel any kind of like racial tensions being a lighter skinned person in the continent of Africa?
Actually, yes. Unfortunately, I'll answer that question honestly. I was there during a time where it was still pretty fresh, I feel like, because apartheid was only lifted, I think, in 88. I'm not sure. And so it wasn't, like, it was still a fairly recent thing. So, I mean, it was obviously, like, tension there, but nobody really talked about it. It wasn't a public thing to talk about.
To talk.
There it is.
I like that.
She started going back in her memory of thinking about that time, and the accent just started coming out. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so
that was interesting.
This is great. We got to know a lot about you, Anna and Mark. So now, anything you want to promote or anything you want to before we move into some topics? Anything else you're working on?
Damn, you like R. Kelly in the playground, bro.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Look at he's sweating.
AC on or what?
No, I turned the AC off while we're recording because it makes noise. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You heard the R. Kelly in the playground joke? He's sweating.
Hey, Vanessa, can we get a paper towel over here for our friend?
I thought you was an athlete.
Anything else we need to know?
You're not even doing anything.
Anna?
That's the first time ever someone had to get up. Look, pan to the whole thing.
I can't pan over there. Dex, come on, man. We're trying to finish up here.
No, I'm saying that's the first time someone's ever stood up and walked off the episode to go get a
crackhead, bro. You're not sweating whatsoever. I don't get that.
I'm a crackhead because I'm not sweating.
Like, you got some special blood.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
Really?
I'm a girl.
Like, you got a hat on top of that. Like, you got to fit it. That makes you sweat even faster sometimes.
Are you sweating?
Nah, barely, but still.
So wait, you call me a crackhead for
It don't
not
matter.
sweating?
You're getting more light. The
And
light
you,
is
what are
over
you?
there.
What
The
are you?
light's
Just
facing
retarded?
you
I don't
more.
understand. How are you not sweating?
You got the light right in front of you. The light's
Yo,
over
you
there.
need. I don't know, man.
Man, fuck you. You're making me nervous. That's why I'm letting you win right now.
You letting me
Off
win?
camera, I rip this motherfucker apart.
I think you need hooked on phonics because I think you have the wrong use of your words, B.
Okay.
Sadly, again, I
All
speak
right.
more languages than you.
Yeah. Anyway, Anna, anything
But
else?
my bank account speaks louder than
personally
yours.
that you want to talk about,
You
or
could be
think it's
wrong.
something that
You could be right.
that you're working. Any ventures you have coming
Don't
up?
matter.
Any ventures?
How about if people want to book you as a model or something like that? How can they do that?
Right now, I actually just went through like a transition period. I terminated my last contract this week. I got the termination letter yesterday.
With an agency or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
with Wilhelmina.
Okay.
Oh.
So, yeah. And now I'm signed with, I don't think I can actually say.
Okay,
right
but you have
now.
another agency.
Yeah, I have another agency.
right.
Is it like
They're-
3 letters? Anyways, keep going.
No, it's not. But, no, shy.
Tell JD off camera. I know he's very
I could care
interested.
less, honestly, no offense. But I'm happy.
Okay.
What is wrong with you, bro?
Yeah. It's okay.
What is wrong with
What
you?
happened? I'm just being myself.
Yeah, it's rude. Come
I didn't mean
on,
it in a rude way.
It's okay. Everybody has different interests.
Okay, so congratulations on your new agency.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about a couple things that have happened recently. This was something Dex wanted to talk about. Alec Baldwin killing cinematographer. How do you say this name? Helena Hutchins,
So, she passed away. Read her name properly.
Helena Hutchins. Okay, and then injuring director Joel Sousa. Did you hear about this, Anna?
I did actually.
Okay, and have you been on any kind of like dangerous set? Maybe when you've been shooting some pictures, you've had to like dangle from a cliff or something like that?
No.
No.
I think the most dangerous thing I've ever done, set wise, is like be on top of a ladder.
Okay.
That was it.
Ever been around creep ass photographers?
On a ladder?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the most dangerous thing you've done on set.
Like,
then.
what kind of creep? Like, they'll tell you to come by yourself. They want you to bring extra
I mean,
people.
you always usually go by yourself, unless you're underage.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the photographer and what you're shooting. A lot of the times photographers will peer pressure girls, and it sounds like dumb and like, oh, how can you get peer pressured into doing something like that? But they'll peer pressure a girl to like take her top off or shoot a certain look if they're not comfortable, and they just kind of make you feel like shit, and if you don't do it, you're not considered a good model. So
Yeah, that reminds me of when I worked at Outback Steakhouse, and
Wait,
there
what?
was this manager, and I used to have to change the light bulbs, and he would like slap my butt when I went up there. It was always awkward, but I felt like I had to.
Are you
keep
joking
moving.
right now?
It was
I don't think he's joking. That's
a
not
tough time, man.
Wonder, man.
I don't know.
You grew up in a small town. No, that's not
You
cool.
should go to HR with that.
You know what? It's funny because
It was fine.
this is interesting.
There's a Me Too movement right now,
No,
actually.
she
Tyson,
just told, listen, when
Tyson
she,
Beckford's doing his Me Too movement
when she
right
becomes a sex therapist, she can help you learn about,
I was
your
part of the
strugg-
Me Too movement, too. That's why I didn't
What?
pursue modeling.
When you become a sex therapist, you can help DJ Wonder cope with his issues from when he used to work at Outback Steakhouse. And when he
Happily.
was-
Did he give you, like, football players quick tap, the coach, like, good job tap, or like a...
like a little smack, like like one of those.
So, all right,
deals.
going back to your subject,
That's-
you're saying that they would want you to do, like, nude shoots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Would he tell you up front, or just when we get to the shoot, he just changed his mind all of a sudden?
When you get to the shoot,
Yeah.
I like usually
That's unprofessional.
you like communicate with the photographer, and you send each other inspiration or the mood board, or if it's an actual setup shoot by your agency, there is a set mood board. say you get onto set, there's nobody else there. Usually, if there are other people there, he or she does tend to keep it professionally. Unfortunately, it's usually a he. But if you are alone and it's usually a collab, they do try and work that angle.
You know, it's very interesting as a photographer, because I did photography for a long time. I've never, any of the shoots where the girl who like was topless, I've never asked ever. You know, and it's funny because they always ask. They said, "Should I do this?" I said, "Well, it's up to you, but that's not really the direction of my shoot. What if it's something that you want for yourself? I mean, I can direct you on how to make something look good." And they would ask, and I would tell them that, and they would do it. But I would never, ever, ever ask that.
I respect that.
And I tell them, I say, "Listen, this is not my direction. But that if you want to do it, you can." But
I would.
And even the ones that I have, like all those prints, I've never requested any of those shots.
Yeah,
I've literally been at a shoot where the guy's like, "Take your top off." Like, I'm standing there and I have no idea what to do. I'm all alone and I'm like, I'm not very comfortable with it. And they're like, "Well, I'm kind of done then."
Did you
And
do it
I'm
anyway,
like,
or?
There were, when I was younger, yes.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately.
That's
But
crazy.
just going back a little bit to Rust, okay?
Okay.
Because, you know,
That's
you
the
mentioned,
film.
Yeah, you mentioned tops and it just went too far. I just want to bring it back to the fact that Alec Baldwin just caught a body, okay?
Yeah.
And you see the GIF? That's more fucked up.
No, I didn't see that. But
Yo.
Alec Baldwin just killed somebody, and like there's more stuff coming out saying that they're doing investigations on the way the props were handled.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times where people like, you know, if the prop gun company can't come through in time, someone like, "I have a real gun in my car. Just use that one."
Well, they were using a gun to do target practice off set, and supposedly there was 3 different guns, and 2 of them were prop.
I think it was a setup.
Yeah,
I think they wanted to get rid of that lady.
You
And
know,
they said,
there's so many conspiracy theories running around right now. I don't know if you've heard of any of these. Like, there was a movie called The Crow with Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee was actually killed on set with the same thing. This a blank like had a lodging in front of it, and it shot it out like a bullet, supposedly. And so people are saying this could be a freak coincidence like that. And actually, supposedly one of the armorers or something like that worked on the second Crow movie that didn't have Brandon Lee, but the second Crow movie. So it's a whole weird conspiracy thing going on. And then there's also the conspiracy of the blood sacrifice in Hollywood. Have you ever heard of that, Anna?
No.
In order to
Sounds culty.
in order to seal your pact with the dark
Dex
lord,
knows about
dark
that.
lord
yeah,
below.
but here's the thing.
You have-
Alec Baldwin's
what?
been at the top for a long time, and that should have happened years ago. Okay.
Oh, yeah, for
He doesn't
sure.
have to do that right now.
I mean, unless
he's already Alec
unless you got to
Baldwin.
renew every certain.
Well, here's the
amount of
thing.
years.
No, you don't got to renew.
How do you know?
So anyway, check this out.
Yeah,
check this
you
out.
little
No, it's nothing
culty
like that.
motherfucker.
No. Shh. So anyway, which is crazy about the whole thing is the girl that was the armorer or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was only a second movie and second time doing it, and she was like extremely young, like she's like 21 and 22, and she's like said that she wasn't comfortable being the armorer.
She's related to a famous armorer and
doing it.
And that's why.
But I'll tell you one thing: there's so much talk about this movie Rust. This is a little fucked up, but on my way over here, I was thinking like, damn, when's this movie coming out? If it's gonna come out, because if it does come out, you know how many people are gonna go watch this movie? They're like, this is the movie. Alec Baldwin killed somebody to make this movie.
I don't know.
People are gonna watch it.
It's because there's drama surrounding it. That's why people would want to watch it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's like a drama, so people are gonna like, they're gonna watch it.
People are addicted to drama.
You know? They're like, Rust, isn't that movie?
It's called Rust, man, and I don't know if it'll ever come out, but I'm pretty sure they've invested so much in it now, and now they have this free publicity. It's like the movie Scrooge with Bill Murray.
Seems like the armor was a little rusty.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Rust.
It's
Fucking
not
rusty
funny
ass.
because you shouldn't be laughing at that.
I'm not laughing.
Dex is like that comedian. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make a crazy joke.
Rusty
Oh, what's
ass.
wrong with you, crowd? Why are you guys laughing at that? Oh, like, no respect. All right. So Anna, would you check the movie out when it comes out? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, you
probably.
All right, cool. Now let's get to the topic that we're all waiting for.
From a date from Mariah.
Because we heard Mark is an expert at this dating
You
thing.
picking on me, I'm picking on you, too.
Did you hear about this woman who tested her blind date by taking out 23 of her family members to prove his loyalty to her? And this happened.
The bill was how much? 3,000 something?
It's like 3 G's.
The funny thing is that
All right, if he has his shit together, like that's where in his Amex put it. But I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't. But 3,000, I would think like 15,000. The tap.
That woman sounds crazy.
Yeah, that's
They
fucked
probably
up.
were at an Outback Steakhouse.
Nah.
With
It
a
was-
manager in the back.
Yeah,
smacking one
for like 3,000. Right?
Listen, Eastern Chinese province of Zhejiang. I took Mandarin in this college, and I can't even pronounce this.
I forgot you're into that kind of shit.
What's wrong with me? Of course I am. Mr. Liu is the guy that they were going out with, and I wouldn't expect it. It's that like to be 23 people in the eastern province of Zhejiang is probably not that much. So that's pretty good. That's like an average night at Swan in Miami for JD when he goes out 3Gs and he passes that off to somebody else. But this is
First of all, I don't be doing them kind of dinners like that, so I wouldn't know.
you don't do those promoter dinners,
No,
JD? Okay, sure, buddy.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of them soon.
Okay, great. So here's the
A lot of
question.
them.
What is the
Shit, November 17th.
I want to ask Anna first. What's the worst blind date experience that you've ever been on?
I don't really go on dates. I don't have time
The
for
fuck is
that.
dates?
No, honestly, I hate dates so much.
Okay.
Fuck that. It's like
I've
a
never
fake
been
job.
on a
anyway.
You've never been on an actual? Have you been on an actual date though?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course, but I've never been on a blind date. I won't do that.
You
to
never been
myself.
set up by a friend and you didn't. I mean, you obviously can see everybody's social media now, but like you've never
That's-
met them in person and went out on a date with somebody.
That's like an old school thing. I feel like blind dates.
Yeah.
It's like before they were dating apps. You had a friend that would match you.
Yeah.
Like
I
there's a
feel like-
match. Go meet.
I feel like the only
show
blind
up.
date that I've really been on actually ended up pretty well, but it was like my friend was going out with his older brother, and then we all went out on a boat at night and we went out to eat, and I met him on this boat, and I ended up dating him for like 9 months.
I mean, that's not a blind date. That's
Damn,
more like
over
just a
90-day
casual
trial.
encounter that you meet somebody.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that really happens nowadays. I don't think blind dates are a thing.
Yeah, blind dates is like when your friends like I have this girl you should meet, I have this guy you should meet, and then they just like
Okay.
you guys go.
Well, and
They
interpret.
make a plan. You
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what they
That's
do
what-
in
that's what-
arranged marriages.
Well, that's you have to pay a dowry to somebody. Listen, I guess the current blind date thing would be like if you meet somebody on Tinder or Bumble or something like that, and you never meet them in person. The first time you meet them is on the date. Mark, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever used one of those things before? One of those apps?
You know, I have. Yeah.
And do you think you're pretty successful in the turnaround ratio?
Well, what's success?
I don't know, man.
You know, what's success?
Got
Listen,
laid.
You
listen,
know?
man. I need some tips here. You gotta tell me what is the first line once you match with somebody? Because if you use something like Bumble, people don't know what Bumble is. Dex didn't know what Raya is. Bumble is when the girl has to match you before you can speak to her, and she has to speak first, basically, to you. And so, what's your
losers.
first line that you use to get their attention?
Well, it's interesting because Bumble, the girls message you first, right?
Okay.
And that's
But you gotta-
that's kind of atypical in our society that the women approach the men, right? So it's interesting to see if they have any level of creativity behind their pickup lines. So I'm still waiting on some good ones there.
Okay. Well, how about if you have to make the first move there? What would you say? You use it like a GIF, or do you say something?
You know, it's a hard call. You know,
I
how
feel
much
like
time
he's
and
a solid hey guy.
you know, I don't find that gets a great amount of
You hit them up with a hey?
success. I feel like that's it's a little too generic.
How many Y's you put in hay?
Well, JD with those pants definitely puts about 5. I'd say right on.
I don't do hay. I get straight to the point, yo. You like pasta? Let's go have pasta.
You know,
Fuck that shit.
I don't want to burn all my good one-liners, you know, on this show.
Well, give
'cause
us
then
one.
The
Give us
the
one.
whole complete animals drip ninja community will be using all my best
I
lines.
know,
you know
man.
what I mean? Then they won't hit like they normally do.
Well, how about this? Do you go after like a piece of their bio or something like, hey, I was in St. Louis too. Did you see this or something
Nah,
like that?
definitely not.
I feel like that's
Definitely
kind of
not.
creepy.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm not. I can't look. I can't.
He just had a nervous laugh.
Nah, 'cause I'm like-
That's what he would do. He's like,
No, my first
I've done that
line
before.
is actually like, I'm standing behind you. That's what I usually send them right now. But
he's got. I mean, your favorite movie, Scream.
that's
Right.
true.
Have you guys seen You?
Yes.
Yeah, that
I can't
reminds
watch
me of
that
that.
shit.
Very scary.
You.
Too creepy.
No, me.
The show.
Oh, okay.
Dumbass. No,
Abbott and
you.
Costello.
Oh,
Okay,
you.
Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me of the shit from Austin Powers.
Yeah, he just
He's
said.
like,
He
"Who
just
are
said.
you?
He just
You.
said Abbott and
Who
Costello.
me?"
That's the origin
Yeah.
of that whole joke. But that's fine. Dex.
Right over Dex the comedian's head.
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would
whatever.
think you would know comedy history. All
I'm
right.
not a real comedian.
Okay.
You know
So,
this.
any other tips that you would give Mark for anybody out there that may be using these apps for trying to get a date?
You know what? I do have some tips actually. Number one is be authentic. That's a key to dating in general, right? I mean, you got to put.
I don't think not in the cities that I've been, especially this one right here. The being authentic is the least of your worries.
Well,
because-
Miami's Miami's
Okay.
full of complete animals, but
Yeah.
You got to cultivate yourself, right? It's not just about an app, right? You got to put some time and energy into developing yourself, and then you'll become attractive to other people. But I think that's the key word is attractive, right? You're looking to attract, somebody to date potentially. So you got to make yourself attractive.
What was the first time you? What was the reaction the first time you put a ab pic on your Instagram? Did you get the reaction you wanted?
You know what? No, I've my DMs are empty. I do get some texts every once in a while after the fact. They won't like my picture. They won't DM me. They won't reply on there. And then a day or two later, they'll be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Okay.
So-
Stealth mode.
Yeah, stealth mode.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. When was the first time you put an ab pic up, Dex?
A what?
An ab
I
pic.
wasn't listening. Ad pic?
Okay, I know you weren't listening. All right, man. Let's keep it
It
moving.
was
Nobody.
the first time he wore that shirt with holes in it.
Yeah, he's actually showing us his abs right now. Good job,
Oh,
Dex.
you said an ab. I thought you said an ad. Like people put ads out
Jeez,
on
mine's all
fucking
over the
dating.
place,
Oh my
man.
god.
All right, wake up, my G.
I put an ad pic on my WhatsApp.
How about we talk about money? Was that going to wake you up? Maybe let's.
Oh,
talk,
absolutely.
Let's
Let's
talk
go.
about
Let's talk about it.
the world's richest man.
Let's go.
Elon Musk, your daddy, right here. Nearly $100 billion richer than Jeff Bezos. I know Bezos is like cursing him in his sleep right now, and he's almost going to hit that $300 billion mark, which has never been done before.
And he's the coolest out of all the billionaires.
He definitely is. I got to give it up. Elon Musk is the coolest, and youngest that we've ever really had.
It's like
Unless you're like a king or something from Bahrain, wherever you came from.
He's
Anna. What were you gonna
Elon
say?
Musk is the real life version of Tony Stark.
Yes, sir.
He
And
is.
he is at any point capable of becoming Lex Luthor. That's how I feel. At any point, he could become a supervillain.
Okay. Well, this was the question I have
Think about-
for you guys.
He
is-
controls your car. Like, what if your car just decides to do whatever, lock the doors and drive itself somewhere?
I bet he sold out to the FBI already.
Oh shit! Was it The Simpsons? Wasn't there an episode of like The Simpsons or Family Guy where the car drove itself and it locked everybody in and it started driving it to one place? Like imagine all the Teslas just like locked, and they went onto autopilot and they drove everyone to one location.
Hey, all you scammers, drug dealers driving these cars, man, it'll drive you straight to the feds. Stop driving those cars.
Yo, honestly, I think that is the smartest thing JD has ever said. And I would, if I was,
Listen, motherfucker, I like to
I'm
play
gonna have to
dumb. That's
disagree
my
with
image.
that.
To play
No,
stupid, to play
and
dumb.
treat women bad.
That's my image.
That's your image.
I let him have that.
That is-
Okay, when you see me in the streets, this is not. Never mind. Just let's
yes,
go back
when
to what I
you, when you
said.
see JD in the streets, he's actually walking around with a pair of very studious glasses and a
always-
button up.
I'm always ahead of you.
He's got a
Alright.
book in his hand, and he's
I'm like the
doing,
nigga from the movie You. I'm ahead.
I don't know what you is.
that show. You'll watch it.
It's not a movie. All right,
Anyway.
listen. Elon Musk, even though like you're the richest dude in the world, and even Jeff Bezos, you can't hold a woman. Can you ever be with
Nah,
one
nah,
woman
nah.
after
Jeff Bezos-
after you've become a billionaire? Can you stay with one woman the rest of your life? Is that possible? What do you think, Anna?
If you're a serial monogamist, then maybe, but I think it just depends person to person. Also, if you have like a status like that, I feel like a lot of women are a little bit gold diggerish.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Well, duh. You give a woman a finger, she takes a whole fucking hand, which is fine. We're men. We're meant to be providers.
I mean, I feel like, I heard an interesting quote recently watching something. I'm not gonna say what it is, but if you saw it as well, you did. But they were
That
saying
helps
like,
a lot to everybody.
No,
listening.
it does. It will make sense once I say it. Where at the very end, they were like, the similarity between someone that has no money and all the money in the world is they both don't enjoy life.
Yeah.
Because
There's nothing else to look forward to.
There's
man.
nothing to look forward to. If you can have everything you want, there's no drive. They're like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. If I can just be like, I want that light, and it's like, it's yours.
Hey, Anna, I
It's
kind of.
like there's no friction.
I kind of feel like that every day
There's no fight.
in my life. I can order any food that I want at any given time. I'm kind of balling out of control. You know what I mean? Like, what else is there for me to look forward to?
For how long
Denny's.
I don't know.
Like these guys could just continuously do it.
Oh, they can just order food. Oh my goodness.
No,
That's
I'm just
amazing.
saying they can just do anything they want for as
Yeah.
long as they want. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Well, you could also like pursue a craft, you know, like you could find some meaning in life. I mean, you know, athletes, right? They try to become number one. Maybe you take up poker and you want to,
Well,
you know,
that's-
become a great
that's
poker
Actually,
player. Or something
yeah,
like
I've
that,
read
you know?
something like that about. It's called On Mental Toughness. A lot of athletes and high businessmen, they find a hobby, and
Telling you.
they use that as an outlet.
Elon Musk found one and
Yeah.
he took it to space.
You know the hobby.
What do you mean? That's the biggest hobby. Like, you know what? I'm gonna build a fucking
And then
rocket.
Bezos did the same thing, and he got beat out. It's crazy. He got beat out. He just cannot win. And you know what? Most of those guys that find a hobby, they like their hobby is being subservient to dominatrix, or how do you say it? Plural dominatrix. Anyway, that's what most of those guys
Shit,
do.
Elon Musk
I'm
probably
sure.
got like
I'm sure
a-
you know about that being a sex therapist and all, right?
I'm not one yet. So
Okay.
no.
All right. How do you feel about monogamy? Is that something in your future, or do you think you'll be polyamorous?
I can't answer that
Based
right
on
now.
that
'cause I don't know.
poise, based on that
That's a good-
poise.
How about you let her answer? What did you say, Anna? I'm
Based
sorry.
on that poise.
Is that what you said,
Okay.
right?
Actually, I don't know about monogamy.
What's that, by the way? Sorry for interrupting you. That means you're into one person, right?
One person for the rest of your life.
Mano, one.
See, I don't mind committing one person. Just soon as she fucking pisses me off, I just wander to different options. I turn to like a Gemini. I can't focus.
You know, it's a really interesting subject because, you know, monogamy is what we've essentially evolved into as the default standard. But there's a lot of different strategies out there.
Yeah.
You know, like comparative psychology, comparing the, you know, different animal species. There's, you know, hundreds, mating strategies, different things like that. So, you know,
but Mark, we're
monogamy
not-
is
we're
kind of
not-
where we have
we're not animals.
evolved into.
We have thumbs, opposable thumbs, man.
well, we
Well-
are animals. That's actually
We are
factually
animals, and the actual name of
incorrect,
this show
but
is complete
animals.
There you go.
So what is wrong with you? You
It's
need to
crazy.
stay
It's
on
crazy how a
brand.
dog can just
Guys.
pull up and just have sex in front of the other dog, and we can't do that.
I mean, you can do it. It's just whether or
Yeah,
not you'll
or
be
ducks.
free.
Ducks
It's
are the
societal
real crazy
norms.
one.
It's societal norms
Right.
and standards that pressure us into like a little box, I feel like. And if you step outside of it, people look at you and judge you. And it's a primitive instinct to keep your self-esteem like really high. Otherwise, you're going to be depressed beyond
She's
that.
nailing it. She's nailing it.
So
But what about you in your personal life? Like, why can't you make that? Is it because you're so busy and you haven't even really thought about like settling down right now? Or is
yeah,
this,
honestly, the way I see it, I career chase. I don't boy chase right now. I am a full-time student athlete. I model, and I'm also an executive assistant to a media company. So I really like, I do not have time. And at the end of the day, like, I get home and I'm just exhausted. So it's a lot of time and energy, and there's these fucking games around it. And
What's the game?
It's-
Oh,
it's-
shady ass. What's the games?
You know, it's interesting. I don't know. I think my theory is, I think the focus on sex changes based on a couple of factors: what you're involved in, you know, what you're passionate about, and like levels of intellect. So Japan is actually a very, I would say, intellectually advanced society compared to a lot of other parts of the world. And the way they view sex and relationships is far different than like most places on the planet. And they actually care less about it than, you know, other people.
What are you talking about? Japan censors peepees in their
Well,
videos.
what I'm
and
saying
stuff
is
like
that- well-
and they also like hentai, where it's like tentacles going into women. What's up with you,
that's
man?
what
there's
you're thinking.
cultural variances.
Yeah, there's things that are different between the cultures. And like, for instance, children. People in Japan, they said they don't want children. So people in America tend to not want children because of two things, right? They're not financially stable, or they don't have the resources to have children, or they don't want to stop living their life a certain way. In Japan, the majority of the culture believes that the world is so messed up, they don't want to bring any more people into the world until the world is fixed to a certain degree or level. That's like
Which I agree.
That's
in a
actually
way.
really interesting. I didn't know.
So
that.
you
It's
like-
a common belief.
So you like that? Like limiting the amount of
what I'm
kids you can
saying
have?
is, it's not. No. I'm talking about like it's you know, it's a thing amongst like younger people in their society. If you ask a lot of them, whether you could say it's, you know, cultural conditioning, it's the fact that they view it differently. That's all I'm saying.
I would tell you the same thing is happening in America, but it's not. You don't look at it like that. It's because, just like Anna said, she's career chasing. Women are not having children at the youngest age as they were, 50 years ago, and they're not. Some of them are not having children at all. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. What you're talking about, where they don't want to bring kids into this world or whatever. People are not thinking about that.
I think. if you just look at Japan, whether it be coincidental or not, that society is more advanced. Like even, years ago, when it would come to electronics, right? They had stuff that we did not have years before we did. And then we caught up to them. It's just that in recent times with technological advances, we're closer. But there was a lot of times they would have stuff before we even had it. That's what my whole childhood was like growing up. Okay. And then now it's like, even think about, even like when SARS happened in China, like Japan, they've been wearing masks on their face for fucking years. Like, I'm talking like a decade. When I was in high school, when we had foreign exchange, Japanese kids would come to New York City, they'd be on the subway wearing masks. They were doing this, but we're starting to implement it to our society now. And they were doing.
So you think eventually we're going to realize that the world is so
Well, I think there's
that we shouldn't be having kids. Is that?
No, I'm just saying that there's a lot of things.
Sex is great.
I'm just saying.
Don't bust.
I'm just saying people are, not having kids, but it's not.
Dex thinks it's great
the
that
norm.
We're wearing masks.
Like the marriage was a norm for a lot of people.
He wants
years
us
ago,
to do
when
that.
life was more linear.
All right.
So
listen, I get where he's coming from.
What's up, Mark?
Well, what's the point of life, right?
Procreate and
it's getting deep.
Procreate
right.
and teach
we're
the
gonna
youth
talk
about
it,
the Lord Jesus. Those are the two things that you're supposed to do in this world.
Now hold on.
Damn,
all right. So
for real?
because
I don't know about
because
that, man.
procreate is sort of like a default answer for complete animals, right? But what about people that don't choose to have kids or can't have kids? What's the point of life for them?
Cocaine and fast cars.
They can raise children.
Listen, if I can
adopt,
kids,
right?
I don't mind adopting a
Right.
kid. Depending, let's say in my late 40s, fine, I don't mind. If I have the means for it and I'm at a stable position, why not? That's if my heart's in it.
So
Or I'll just get 3
this kind of comes back around to monogamy, right? And what are we supposed to do, right? And what's the best play? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's probably different for everybody.
Yeah, that's why when we're left to our free will and choose certain things, and there's no path out there for you to look at for what's right and what's wrong. This is what happens with society, and then you stop having kids because you think, oh, the world's going crazy. This is something I've been thinking about with Japan recently. What race would you call the average person that was born in Japan, and what would you call them? Is that Asian?
Japanese?
No, race. That's a nationality. It's
not the
Japanese.
O word. That's racist, right?
You don't say that. But what is it? Asian?
Asian.
Okay. So is people in Japan Asian supremacists? Because the society is like 90% Asian in Japan. Is that would you call it that?
I wouldn't say that because
why?
As culturally, that there's places that are melting pots, right? Like you have,
and Japan's not one of them, buddy.
No, but I'm saying like you can say that you go to India and everyone's Indian.
Okay, are they East Asian or South Asian supremacists? In India, because there's only a 90% of one race in one country?
I don't know. I think it would. I know this may be a little far fetched, but I would probably maybe think it has something to do with the alphabet. Because think about it, if you think about a lot of different places around the
copy and paste. Yeah, keep going.
No, I think it's the alphabet, because I feel like the way they learn it, even the character system that they use, is not used anywhere else around the world. And whereas in other countries, we might speak different languages, but we use a very similar alphabetical system.
Well, how about also?
I don't know. It's
how about we asked our world traveler over here? It's very hard to become a Japanese citizen if you're not born in Japan. How about that?
It took me 10 years to get my American citizenship, and I just got it like a month ago.
Congratulations.
But
congrats.
Speaking of, like, I think that's
language
just
is hard.
Cultural difference, and like any place you go, you have culture shock,
right?
Like,
but language is tough.
I mean, it is an island.
I mean, language. It's an island. It's a geographic location. Language.
It's a very small place with a dense population.
Right, but the practices and the culture is so different.
Very high respect and tradition, I think.
Yeah. Anna, why is there not
the most successful?
Why is there not a push to diversify a country like India or Japan from people all over the world?
I feel like it's not a question of like, why don't we? I think it's just a simple respect to them and their practices and tradition and their religion, because there is like very deep rooted like I don't know how to explain
Have
this.
you ever been to
It's
Denmark
like,
or Sweden?
yes.
Okay. When you go to Denmark and Sweden, how would you describe the population?
Majority.
Like me.
Exactly.
So these are very,
Pure
very
breed.
old. These are very, very old established countries, and I feel like we're in a nation that's only 200 years old. Maybe 250. I don't even know.
America's like it's the last.
It's the last.
It's the last.
Right. And if you go to like a lot of these other countries, if you go to Jamaica, I mean, yeah, there's a couple people here and there, but most countries in the world are very heavily, concentrated in the race or the
they started
culture.
out
That's why
dictatorship.
America's
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
called the melting pot.
That's why it's called a melting pot. So like, yeah, you can say that. You can't really say
a
it's
salad.
Japanese.
It's a salad because
That's
they don't want people assimilating into quote unquote American society anymore. They want people keeping their own traditions and everything else and just living in one place together. So it's
but
not
that
melting.
won't work because
you would think so, right?
people have the need to fit in. Like it's an essential need for people to fit in and feel like they belong in a place. So that's not
You know
even
what?
possible.
You know what I always thought was a little strange though. Have you ever seen like clips from like documentaries or like just pictures of like places in different parts of China or Asia or whatever, where like if they go to like a salon, like everybody in the like we have a grid, that you could choose the haircut.
Yeah.
But they're all white people with the haircuts that they get. Like you'll see a white guy with red hair, and you'd be like, nobody in the salon that works in the salon,
I don't know,
or gets haircuts in the salon.
I've never
looks
seen
like that.
that.
You've never seen that before?
No.
I'm gonna send you some stuff. You're gonna be
I'm
like,
sure
"Whoa,
it's
what the hell
different
is this?"
now, man, because like American culture and every other culture has taken over the entire world thanks to the internet. So I'm sure they've have their own hair models up on the wall of the barber shop right now.
Do you remember that guy Psy that did Gangnam Style?
Yes,
The Korean guy.
The Korean guy. Do you know what that entire song was about?
No.
It was.
Mocking American culture?
It was. What'd you say?
Was it mocking American culture or something?
Well, no, it was mocking the fact that people who were Korean, South Korean culture in Seoul, right? They all have this thing where they wanted to be more white and they wanted to be more Western. So they were making fun of all the Western practices and cultures. And there was a thing where they were saying that, I don't know, like I said, you could look it up, that they were even getting like plastic surgery in Korea. There's a procedure which
it
is
opens
like
your eyes, and they also get nose jobs. I understand.
right.
the fuck? They have-
No, they have eye-opening procedures to make them look more Western.
That's true.
It's true. No, I'm saying. So there's
Just go have kids with white folks, yo. You're gonna have beautiful Asians.
what I'm saying is
Jesus.
that there's a
The
thing.
fuck?
Oh my God.
All right. Yeah. You ever heard of this song called like Royals by Lorde? It's all about like
Yeah.
making fun of like the ruling class. Okay. Yeah, we get it, Dex. Let's keep it moving, man. Thank you guys for all your input on that. It was actually pretty interesting. The last thing I want to talk about, which Anna brought up earlier, is Halloween. Did you see this? Oh my gosh. Look at Megan the Stallion.
Like that.
Oh my God.
Which one would you get with? Pinhead, Hellraiser Megan, or Melina from Mortal Kombat Megan?
Melina.
Which one are you going with here? What if you woke up with a girl that looked like Pinhead? She had that
Kinda
body,
terrifying.
but that face when you rolled over.
If I woke up in the morning, that's different. I wouldn't care much. My eyes are barely open, but definitely Milena
Okay. What do you
with
think?
the hot sauce.
Mark and
I'd
Dex.
pass on Megan, man.
Yeah, actually, I'll pass on Megan too.
Altogether?
So
You
she's
you,
just
want,
too.
you want the one on the left? You
Yeah,
want-
I don't think I've
Nah,
been
I'm
working
good.
out enough lately. I don't think I'm in shape for her like that.
I
You
they
think-
both make me want to get a gun. Like,
Yeah.
You know, she just graduated college.
Yeah, she's
Did she?
very,
She got a gr-
she's very
she got a
smart,
degree,
very-
yeah.
congratulations, Megan Thee Stallion. I didn't know.
I just don't think I'm meaty enough for her. I'm not
Actually, you know what? I
stalking
take that
enough.
back. I should not have cracked a gun joke about Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I was.
'Cause I just
what
realized
is wrong
that
with
was-
you?
I forgot. I totally forgot about that scenario.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I forgot about. I literally forgot.
JD, should I take this out of
I,
the,
I saw her and I got
Yeah.
scared.
Should I take it out at the final or
It's
no?
all
What do you
good.
think?
If Megan's listening
I got
to
scared
it, she
when I
wouldn't
saw
think
her. I
that
was
he
like, "That's
mocking
big."
her.
You know, if I'm scared, I'm 6'2". Imagine how Tory Lanez felt.
Yo, you spoke for
Oh my
me.
God.
Definitely
He
not
spoke
taking
for
that
me.
He's
out.
like 5'5".
Yeah, bro.
I heard she smacked him and yoked him up, picked him up off
Yo,
the
she's
ground.
a strong woman.
Hey,
man.
Anna, how tall are you?
6
5'11",
feet.
6
You're
feet.
6 foot. Wow.
Yeah.
What's the shortest guy you've been out with?
Be real. I feel
Do I
like you
have
don't
to
really care
actually
about
answer
height.
that?
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
feel like you don't care about
Like,
personality.
Actually, like went out with.
I mean, I don't
or
want to say you had.
hooked up
I don't want to
with?
say you had sex with, but if you want to say that, that's fine too. Whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna say who I went out with.
Okay.
He was probably like 5'10",
Oh, that's not bad.
5'9".
Now, if you got heels,
Well, you
beat 'em to it.
definitely didn't find a sugar daddy on Riot if you're going out with somebody that tall then, because you would have had like a 5'2" guy.
I have
if-
more self-respect than that.
Okay,
Jesus,
good.
you guys gotta give a break, man.
Damn.
I don't know.
Listen,
You
you're
proved
at your
it.
prime. You should be doing that. Have fun with it.
I
What'd
do, but
what'd you say?
low key. I do it through friends. That's.
What did you hear what he just said?
Damn.
What did he say
I
about?
said she's at a
I'm
prime.
in my prime. I
Okay.
should be doing things like
Of
that.
course.
All right.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Exactly.
Okay.
I am a student. I gotta pay bills, and it's
my
not gonna be me.
What's the most extravagant thing somebody's done for you?
Oh, here we go.
Whether maybe even
Don't tell me they
Like
got you some
a-
Balenciaga
A
sneakers.
gift or
sure, or offered to pay like rent for a year or something like. What's something crazy somebody's offered?
I mean, I feel like this is pretty
Like
normal.
a catamaran in Morocco.
I feel like this is pretty normal, but I spent my whole summer in Europe. Does that count?
And someone
Yeah, that's good,
someone
that's good.
financed that.
Yeah, I didn't pay for anything.
So you went to Portofino. You had the nice shoot.
Nice.
I went to Mykonos for like almost 2 weeks.
Nice.
Wait,
And
nice.
then I went to Capri and
Nice.
Positano. And then
She said a good accent.
last one is Ibiza.
Wait, so
Oh, nice,
was,
nice.
was the person who financed this with you on the trip?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it was
all right,
3
all right.
different people.
Oh,
Oh, it's
what?
a trio.
Wait, hold
a
on.
whole threesome, baby.
No.
I'm a hustler, baby.
No. It
Anywhere,
was 3 different trips. It was 3 different
three
trips.
separate trips with 3 separate people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How did you schedule
Three-
that out?
three's
That you would be
fine.
back on this date, and then it's time to go for the next one on that date. Like
No,
that,
she just went
You
from
just
one
go-
country to the
yeah,
next.
you
She
just
didn't come
kinda-
home in between.
When
DJ
you're kind
Wonder.
of sick and tired of it, you just hit up the next person. You're like,
Yeah,
Right.
I'm
So it's
6.
just on,
doing?
they're,
I'm a
on,
six-
they're on standby.
So whatever happened with the guy?
6'2" signed Wilhelmina model. Oh, all right.
Whatever happened
no,
with the
I'm no
news-
longer with women.
And I know, but I'm saying at the time, where at the time,
it's a
Kind of.
good brand to
exactly.
promote.
Not really.
Listen, in New York, you've lived. You said you lived in New York.
Yeah, I
before?
lived in New York.
New York. That's all. When I first started in the New York City nightlife, and I got into like that side of the business, that was like, if someone was like, that's all they cared about. Like that's anything.
Yeah, they
Everybody.
wanna hear that.
what are you
Why would
saying
that-
right now?
why
It's
would
what
you were,
any
uh,
Miami girl cares about. That's
No, not
literally
Miami.
it.
No, in New York.
But why would that
In
New
matter?
York
I'm
too, but Miami.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
The guy,
I'm talking about
it's all the
guys.
guy figure. You need to be over. You need to be over a certain height.
No, I'm talking about the
What?
guys. If
Yeah.
you like when I okay, listen, when I was doing nightlife and like doing the entertainment stuff back in New York, okay, the wealthiest guys in the city, if you had access to signed agency models and a girl was 5'11" or better, there was
It's
no
always
limit
been-
to
it's
what they
always
would
been
put
the- Right,
down
So
just to be around
Is
them.
that just because
That
they,
was like-
Is that just because they want to say that they're dating a
No.
signed model?
Not
I don't know,
necessarily
not
dating,
necessarily.
hanging
Not
out with.
necessarily. It was back then. It was created to be such a social norm or accomplishment that's what they wanted. Like that was what was socially
Yeah,
acceptable
dude,
on the
that's-
highest
that
level.
meant that you're a
and am I right? Am I
professional
wrong?
model.
Wonder.
It's been forever, my dude.
Yeah,
it
but I'm
wasn't
just
just.
saying,
It
it's
wasn't
always
10
been
years
like that
ago.
since
It's
the
always been like that.
70s,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, but here, hold on. Here's the
I
thing.
don't know.
Wait a minute. We're missing the most
yeah, we gotta-
important part of this story. JD, let me ask
Yeah,
real
ask
quick
for
on
me.
it because I want to just make this plain.
I feel like I know.
I want to know. No, I don't want to. I'm not gonna ask anything crazy, but I just want to know how this works out. So, some guy flew you from where were you living in America that you went to Europe? Where'd you start
Miami.
from? Okay, flew you from. Say, hey, I'm taking a trip to. What's the first place you went to?
Mykonos.
I'm gonna go to Mykonos for the summer. I'm gonna go stay at Lindsay Lohan's resort out there. It's gonna be crazy.
We're gonna go to the
and so
White Beach.
It was this like a Greek dude, or he just had money and that's where he goes vacation.
No. They were all American.
Oh,
No.
All American.
There was a lot of Swedes.
Were you attracted to the first person you went out there with?
No.
But you just went out. Now,
So-
what's expected of you the first night after you
I mean,
checked into the hotel room?
look.
And what's expected
Well,
of you?
no. We went with a whole group of people. So
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Yeah. The second one was more a promoter trip, but the first 2 were not, and it was with a group of people. The first one was a lot more friends, and I am like it. There's nothing expected. The last one. Do you guys know the Warby Parker
Yeah.
group? Yeah. It was with them. It was a bachelor party. It was
Oh,
actually
nice.
a lot of fun.
Sounds fun.
bachelor.
Well, hold on. Why was something expected of you for that trip?
No, there's nothing. I never said that.
I thought you said the last one.
You said the last one was a little suspect.
I mean, the
Yeah.
last
And you did like
one
the thing with your
wasn't-
eye, like you was like,
Yeah,
"Ah,
the last one wasn't
Yo,
exactly
again, you're at
like
your prime.
friends.
You're supposed to be moving like that. It's okay.
No,
So
JD,
now-
don't. No.
My
Like, I just. I want.
God.
Can you chill for a second? I'm just interested in this whole process because I don't know how this works. Obviously,
Dex and I know how it works.
Listen,
real well.
I want to be a beautiful woman, man. That's what I want to do in life.
Oh, man.
So I'm living through you right now. So
Dr. Lenny Holstein.
So basically, they got a full like little jet going to Mykonos, and you jumped right on in there. Everybody's having
Yes.
fun, blah blah blah. Then it's time to go to the next place, and this is with a different group of people than you went to with
Yeah.
the first place. How did you meet up with those people? You were lounging around the pool one day, and they said, "Hey, you want to go to this next country?"
No, I just texted them. They were in.
How did you know these people?
I know that they live here.
Okay,
It's
and you
easy
knew,
network,
you
man.
knew
She's
that-
just attractive.
It's just like if
easy.
you network smart and you just know people, it's easy. And
She's a
everybody,
great arm candy entourage.
everybody is there. Like everybody's in Europe over the summer.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
It's not
This is a-
difficult
this is
to find
a-
all
someone
those
you know that
imaginary
doesn't mind you
relationships
taking
start after
along.
those trips.
That's true.
It's not imagine. There's
Not
no
you, not
imaginary.
you. A lot of girls that came
relationships.
back from Mykonos, they're like, "What do you think of me and this guy?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yo, this is a.
Oh, I
this-
see what you're saying.
listen, we talked about this before about like how women get so much so young if they're beautiful, and so and we just talked about Jeff Bezos, all these guys not having anything to look forward to. And like, what are you gonna have to look forward to? Like, if you've been on like a private jet, and if you've been to any place that you want to go by the time you're 26, 27, 28, whatever. Like, what else is there to look forward to? And like, you want to
The
start.
Move to a
simple
farm.
life.
What-
Yeah, the farm.
No, why do
Oh
I?
my God.
Why? But why do
Don't
I get? Why?
fucking- I know.
Yeah,
No children.
You don't want to have a children.
I
You
feel
don't have
like
a
you're
child.
gonna have twins.
She
as
might
your
be
first round of
Japanese.
kids. You're gonna have some tall ass boys. They might make it to the league. You know,
No.
you gotta
Yo.
be devoted to them.
Oh
What-
my
what-
God, I'm
check-
avoiding
check this out, Anna.
kids.
You might have some beautiful mixed kids. You don't know.
Why do you why does that person who gets to settle down with you, why did that have to be the guy? Like, he doesn't get you when you're fun wilding out. He has to be the person that's just like,
You sound heartbroken and Loki.
That's because that's the way life goes. Okay,
Well, that's not fair.
He posted it. Listen,
Okay.
every girl any girl you ever fall in love with, there's a video of her on someone else's phone.
yeah,
Exactly.
all right, so okay,
Remember that.
So here's the
Yeah.
this is the advice that I want to know. How can I'll just say me. How can I be the guy that gets the fun girl, not
You
the
don't.
girl?
You
Not
gotta
the.
have the personality. You gotta
Chill
draw
for a
it.
second, JD. I'm asking Anna, not you,
I
dummy.
feel like a lot of girls who try and settle down, they put up this front so that they're like the wifey material, I guess you could say.
Yeah. But they still have to go through a phase, and
for the
they
streets.
will actually be ready to settle down. How can you get them when they're not ready to settle down? The fun times. What do you have to do? You have to offer them something. You have
You
to have
pull-
something to offer.
No, I feel that's not something you that's not something you can control. That
You
just
pull-
happens.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think people can look at modeling agencies and see a girl that's, she's 21, 22. And now this is the time to get them. I don't want the girl that's like 29, 30 because she's seen it all, done it all.
Actually, I want that girl.
Yeah.
Because she's very honest and direct with me, and I'm
feel
honest
like-
and direct, and it's just like it's laid down. I know what I signed up for. I know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
I do not want something too fresh, bro.
Also
I'll
more
be scared to be
mature.
something with so
He's
fresh.
absolutely right.
Because she's gonna wake up one day and just leave. That's why I'm against older people dating young women. They'll wake up one day, they'll be like, nah, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I feel like I'm in an aquarium.
Yeah, you got yeah.
Fuck
just-
that. Nah.
Well, you're
No.
you're about to be an old
You
person
look
dating
like
younger
you're questioning
women.
This.
No,
I see
I'm
your
just-
eyebrows raising.
Listen, I'm taking it all in because I've had my
Nah,
fair
I'm
share of
sorry.
experiences and
In which way? You've had people wine and dine you, Mark?
Yeah,
Or something?
of course, yeah.
You've been flown out into the south of France or something like that?
Man,
what's
I
been-
traveled the world as a professional tennis player. You know, I mean,
Okay.
I've been around.
A
so,
lot of perks to that.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
you-
Flight
you-
attendant.
You know, you get.
They're the best.
You
huh?
don't have to dream of being a young lady DJ wonder you could go out and,
absolutely. Thank you, Mark.
get it.
You just
as-
have to be a
DJ
pro
too.
tennis.
you gotta have something going on.
Right,
That's all I'm
DJ.
saying.
Like,
Well, maybe if I would have let that guy at Outback smack my butt a little more, I could have been living that life too. What do you think?
and a
Yeah.
speedo, right?
Absolutely not.
I mean, how do you think JD gets free drinks?
I mean, I know it. I've seen it in person. They love mingling with this guy, guys and girls.
Nah, man.
It's all good.
It's a personality game.
Yeah, man. Well, and so Mark, you've already hung it up. Don't talk to me about.
I mean, men take JD to sporting events all the time.
You've already told us that you're done with the
No,
like
it's-
club
it's
lifestyle.
definitely
and
It's a
everything.
girl. It's a lesbian that hooks me up. Actually.
What are you saying, Mark?
No, it's definitely different now. You know, I'm 32, so.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
you're still young, bro.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, bro? Like you got years. You should be getting it in.
Yeah,
man.
well,
You're Shaquille
32
O'Neal
in
and
Miami
Jordan
is
together.
different than 32 everywhere else. But you know,
I'm not gonna answer. Never mind.
I don't know.
I was gonna say something.
What was that? What?
Go
Yeah.
for
Say
it.
it with your chest out.
I was 19 and I dated a 29-year-old.
Of course you like
Yeah.
them old and rusty.
So that's old and rusty.
He was not old and
For
rusty.
19.
He was not old and rusty. I
mean, I dated a woman
You're
that was
very
7 years
mature
older
though.
than
You
me.
have that European influence. You grew up quick. That's a good thing.
I did grow up really fast.
That's a great thing.
All right. Well, this is a great place to end this thing. So we can keep. You got me.
No. So hold up.
You got me
So,
mad, Anna.
I got one more question.
I'm mad over here.
How
I'm
did
hating.
you switch with the other guys? Let's say, did you go like individually, or it was always with a group?
What do you mean?
Because you said you went to Mykonos and you went to Ibiza.
Weren't they like, hey, where are you going? I booked your hotel for like 3 more nights.
They were going home.
That's how long the trip was.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they never went home.
Oh, they
Everybody
stranded
was,
you?
No, they just went to their next place, and I went to my next place.
So did you get them late at least?
No.
You were in that wingman. Damn, at least be the
No.
wingman.
No, we
I don't
gotta
mind if
wrap
I'm
this
paid.
up.
Oh my God.
No, I was
Be
just
the
thinking
wingman.
about. This is no bullshit. I've been women that are from the ages of 27 to 30. I've been banging since I was 19. So it's funny because I swear I know I never actually like 23, 20. I never like I've been banging 27-year-olds for like 10 years.
I think they're the best.
do you
they were
like
out of a
dominatrix?
crucial
And now,
Yeah.
but now I'm catching up, and I'm like, now I'm the same age as the chicks I'm banging. Now I, want
think
to bang the
27,
younger
20-year-olds are the best. They got out of that
27
thirsty,
is-
long-ass relationship. They're freakier and shit. They're open-minded.
27-year-old girls are experienced, but they know how to take care of
They're on
themselves.
that Giancarlo thing.
All right, fine. I'll
Hitting
wrap it
home
up. I'll
runs,
wrap
baby.
it up.
Y'all can talk about this afterwards. man.
I'm starting to really get into
It's
it.
getting
man.
lit.
I think it's hilarious. JD's talking about he doesn't want older people dating younger girls. Guess what,
Hell
buddy?
yeah, I'm gonna
This-
light all y'all up.
you're
You
gonna-
should have fun with those girls. You should be the sugar daddy, provide for them, and you get
I
to
love
fuck
that, though.
once in a while.
No.
That's it.
I
You
like-
got all
I
the
like
money in
that.
the world.
It's
Why
great.
the fuck
That's what
would
it-
you want her to be a girl like
That's
that? She just all you owe
Because-
her is to pay her bills and she makes you look good in public. You
Yeah,
take her out
I
to
It's fun.
dinner.
agree.
You
Take
fuck
care of a
once in a
younger
while.
chick. It's fun.
Who cares if your boy
It's fun.
fucked? Who cares if your boy smashed?
It's fun.
It
It is
doesn't
fun.
matter.
No, it's
like that's how I look
definitely
at it.
fun.
All right.
It is illegal if you're in your 40s committing your time to a 22-year-old. Come on, bro. Stop.
Okay.
I said it.
In your
Come at me
40s?
for the
Great.
streets. I'm out.
Maybe
Gotta go.
maybe I'm interested in get out because you're a waste of audio anyway. Get out of here,
It's a wrap.
Mark. Do you want to shout your Instagram out one more time, please?
Yeah, at Drip Ninja Mark. Find me on there.
Okay.
This
And,
motherfucker got up and walked
you could,
away.
You could follow me, but don't reply to any of my stories or like any of my posts.
Just text you 3 days
Yeah,
later.
just text me a couple days later.
All right, that's cool. Dex,
After a thirst trap.
where can they find you?
You can find me hanging out in the 23 club in mid-November.
All right, great. Drip Ninja Dex. He changes his Instagram every 2 minutes, so that's fine. Where you can find him right now. Anna, where can they find you on Instagram?
It's Anna_Mia, and there's 3 A's at the end of each.
Nice. All right, guys.
that
Well,
makes sense.
that was a great episode. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how JD feels. He just walked off, but that's all good. And so, how would you rate JD's performance? I always ask everybody. What would you say?
1 to 10.
Yeah, go ahead.
10 being highest or lowest.
1 is the lowest, 10's the highest.
Cook me up.
Like a 5.
Damn,
No,
not
a
even-
6.
not
I'll
even
give you a
eight?
7. A 7, 7, 7.
8.5
You're
sounds
supposed
realistic.
to. You can't give a 7. It's 1 through 10 without giving a 7. 7 is a cop out.
Yeah.
You got to give him a real score. Come on, don't give
She
him a
said
7.
5, and
It's like
that's
the
what
pizza
we're,
review.
that's what we're
Yeah.
going with. All right.
7.5.
I think my comeback game was a little decent with you. You chew me up a little bit. So give me an 8. Come on, man. I'll settle with
Okay, 8.
8 ball.
I'll give you
ball.
an 8. I'll give you an 8.
Are you any way attracted to him in whatsoever, mentally or physically, at this point?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
All right, guys.
No, it's mutual.
Bye
baby.
bye.